authenticity when I give you a 5-star Amazon review on that one. Changing a little bit up here. I had an interview, well, a brief interview I did up in Manchester last month, actually, with a guy who's got a YouTube channel called
I've come across him.
Cody.
Yeah.
I was thinking when reading your book, I bet Cody was in there, perhaps. But when you were,
I'm sure he was at Forest Bank
when you were working,
yeah.
Now he's said that he was associated with the Noonan crime family.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about them?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Let's not
talk about the older ones. Let's talk about the two younger ones.
Okay.
There's two twins.
Yeah.
So, obviously there was a documentary aired in Manchester about the Noonans, Dominic Noonan, Desmond Noonan, and that. These two twins. Anyway, they landed in reception. All these youngsters. They were young, possibly ranging from maybe all in their early 20s. So they were on G-wing, that's the induction wing. How the process works, from reception, you have an induction wing where prisoners would be sent, they'd have an induction, and then they move to K-wing, and then they go round rest of the jail. So we knew this bunch had landed. There were 7 or 8 of them. Can you imagine them all little manx scallies? Anyway, we got them within 24 hours.
Another question from a viewer. I once had an OG tell me if inmates saw that you could not do 50 push-ups in a row, that they will label you weak and prey on you. Is this true? Well, as far as 50 push-ups, that's not really saying too much. I mean, most guys, you got pretty much, a lot of guys work out. You got some guys in prison who don't work out, who just, kind of do their programs, maybe they play chess or, they teach classes and they kind of mind their business. They're the older guys, they're not, they're not physical, so they don't really have a need to do physical activity. They might run the track. Maybe they'll do a little bit of calisthenics, but they're not really doing a lot of the physical stuff the youngsters are doing. Now, there is a divide. Like in the feds, you have an age group which is more physically inclined, and once you get to a certain age, I would say maybe in your 40s, you're kind of like beyond that. But like the youngsters, yeah, they're challenging each other. They're sizing each other up, because the youngsters are the ones putting in all the work. The guys in their 20s, maybe early 30s are still on the yard, calling shots, or maybe not calling shots, but taking care of business for the shot callers. And they're a lot more active when it comes to doing certain things. I knew most of the guys I knew with this. You know what I'm saying? But it worked out. I just got 1 star. It's all right. It went well. Because let me tell you something. If that didn't happen at the time it happened, I wouldn't have been able to take care of my father those last 5 years. Because at that point, he really needed me. He fell down. He couldn't move. I had to change him. I had to put him in a gurney, put him in a wheelchair to get him to his appointments. So if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have been home. And, my people didn't step up. My brother who lived with me said, I'm not changing him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not changing him. I'll help him with food and everything. But, no, that fell all on me. So if that didn't happen, I still had my career, it would have been a really big conflict. So I thought it happened for a reason. I was able to take care of my father for the last 5 years of his life.
How do you feel about the rules now, Mayor de Blasio and the stuff? Because a lot of people, my brother said that he works up there, a lot of people, correction officers don't like de Blasio.
I don't know why. Why wouldn't it?
Stop. Yo, come on.
I don't know what he's doing to them. I've been out the agency 8 years. What have he been doing to them?
I don't know.
I mean, for one, they don't have a big population. For two, they,
he said they don't like it because I guess a lot of the inmates have a lot more rules now, laws now.
All right.
Protection.
You know what it is? Some of those things needed to be changed.
I don't think none of that. No, honestly, I was against a lot of that stuff. Come on, how you put somebody in a Bing for a year in isolation? How their mind gonna develop? No, I'm not. I can say that. I didn't believe. No, I'm glad they did that. I'm glad. Come on, you shouldn't incarcerate. I mean, incarcerate.
That I'm a hard-working man, black man, because he a black man. So he has more understanding what our community is and what we are as a black man, what we went through historically, and where we're trying to go right now in present day in the future. Where we're trying to go. What we're working on right now to lead us to where we're trying to go. And I explained to him, I say, bro, I said, I really don't have this shit like that, but I'm going to invest in myself and I'm going to trust you. I told him, I say, I heard of a video, but I didn't see it. I didn't see nothing. I say, people say you were this and you people say that you're a scammer and people say that you're not who you say you are. But I say, I'm gonna take the leap anyway, and I'm gonna still fuck with you. You understand me? I'm gonna still fuck with you. I'm gonna take that leap and still fuck with you. Yeah, I'm gonna take that leap and I'm gonna still fuck with you. Ooh, no. Yeah, I'm gonna take that leap and still fuck with you. So he said, all right, black, bet, all that, whatever.
Had that developed in them. Because I know women and the love of women have broken friendships up. Some friends have killed each other over women. I've seen it and heard it many a times throughout the country and the lifestyle. So if an individual has maintained a sense of poise, is principled, understanding that those things go along with the territory, there's a certain respect and trust I have in a man that can produce that type of ability underneath that type of blow. Automatically, there's a certain trust and reverence I have for that kind of individual because I know that it's so rare in the world. Let me tell you how rare it is. In Middle Eastern countries, men are so insecure about sex that if a woman gets raped, they want to kill the woman. This is true. I'm not making this stuff up. If a woman is raped, somehow she is blamed. And that's only because there's an insecurity in those men. It is an insecurity in them men, and it's all about sex. Sex and men's sizes, all of that goes.
I want you to watch, click the link. So I made a video, like a private video. You can click the link, and it was just me talking because we didn't have any face-to-face. We had 2 phone conversations, and everything was text and email. So basically, and the video that I made was peace, hope everything is cool, got mad respect for you, but this contract is over and it needs to be resolved. So there was no like aggression or anger or like extra emotions. It was just everything was cool. I just just respected his time, and then just knew like we missed the date of when you were supposed to send me back my money, which was just a couple of days, so it wasn't that big of a deal, but that this needs to be resolved, and you haven't communicated me since that day, that deadline happened. So that was the video that I made, and I sent, and then I sent him a text a little bit later that day, Tuesday, March 7, 2017. Peace, bro. Did you look at the video yet? Click the link. He texted me back that night, driving, hard to make out video because service in, out, young brother. Looking forward to hearing video, and I will give you a ring the second I get home. And I text him back, sounds good. Nothing happened. So the next communication that
Look, you got the reality.
This kid was he lucked out. He was a kid and he was doing 14 from doming an Asian liquor store owner on camera in L.A. He just domed him, and he got 14 off that.
So he got lucky on that.
He got lucky on that. But that's the only point I'm trying to prove is not how badass, not how fucking cool it is to fuck up cops or do this shit. I'm saying he fucking cried about it. So here we are.
The baddest motherfucker.
The baddest motherfucker.
Yeah.
And here we are thinking we're hard, but doing shit that's making us cry. Is that fucking hard or is that stupid?
Yeah.
What we call hard nowadays has been misconstrued. It's actually just really fucking dumb.
You're right.
The hard shit
You're right.
is, hey, can you hold your tongue when that fool is talking shit? Can you teach him not to be that way? That's hard.
Yeah.
Can you hold the door for that person? Can you fucking can you show compassion when you're not in the mood to? These are the things that are hard.
Well, I even tell them, like, you know, these guys like, oh man, I'm not gonna catch a fade. I'll just blast. I'm like, okay, you're gonna go to prison because you can't fight, but you were talking shit. Man. I mean, dude, you think you're gonna throw your life away because somebody popped you in the nose and you couldn't pop them back? I mean, if they don't get it, man. It's a different generation, man. Where you used to catch get a black eye, whatever. You see a dude, hey man, good one. You know what I mean? It's not worth killing somebody.
Man, I see people on social media, they're like,
Stating statement in a minute. But let's continue on for now.
You ain't calling her your daughter, are you?
Huh?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Make me fucking do it.
Don't
nigga.
make them fucking do it.
Huh? Little Dr. York, don't make me do it.
Call them little Dr. York again. Let's keep it kicking.
Wait, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York.
Call them little Dr. York again. Let's keep it kicking.
You ain't talking about her, right? The one that you call Renente. Huh? Nigga, that ain't your daughter, nigga.
He says that's not his fucking daughter. The same shit we said last year. Now, we didn't say all this other shit, but we said that wasn't his daughter. Now, let's keep it moving.
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Don't make me bring her sister right here in front of me. Her sister is my wife's cousin.
Ooh.
Nigga.
Oh, run it back.
You know that.
Run it back. Hold on. Who is her sister to you?
Her sister is my wife's cousin, nigga. You know that. Play yourself. You know that. Play your motherfucking self. Huh? She ran away from home to be with your bitch ass.
Okay, let's pause for a minute. So far we can conclude, okay, that Sarnetta is insinuating that Brother Polite is in the same category as Dr. York.
That he was doing at 21, 31, 41. He's going to be doing the same thing. He didn't have a plan. Right. And that just goes for anything in life. When you don't have a plan, when you sit up there, you understand me, and fail to plan, you're going to plan to fail. That's in any walk of life. So, it's some older pimps that got their shit together, got their tools together, and still having young hoes. And, they ain't thinking about nothing else. But then you got some, most of them, they got to ask a young pimp, for a jug so they can maintain their weekly, and they still want to talk about the glory days from the 70s and 80s. You know what I mean? So, hey, you get to pick who you want to be, man. The choices that you make today, is going to decide whether or not you're going to be that pimp, that's asking a young pimp, with money to keep your rental and your weekly, or you're going to be that older pimp that's giving game to young pimps, and because of the life that you living, young pimps is inspired because you still maintaining, shit from the times that you was pimping. Let me just throw this in there. People can say what they want about Bishop Don Magic Juan, but one thing that I can say, Bishop Don Magic Juan is one of the few, damn near only, but he's not the only, but he's one of the few P's that still got his own.
Got the time to be over here investigating people that I don't know like that, their personal lives and the things that they do with each other and in the bedroom with other women. I ain't got time for that. That's just insane.
All right, so
Brother Polite, why would a person, tell us, why would a person just lie like that, knowing that people can just look it up? Do you know what that will do to him and the people? Some followers that's going to stay with them because they don't give a fuck if it's true or not. So, but what does that say to a person? I don't know, man. This shit is crazy. Because I'm going to tell you, when I first saw this shit, I was like, damn, is this shit true? I had people hitting me up. I think it was Daniel Allah. Hold on, Daniel Allah hit me up. Captain Tazariak hit me up. And they was acting, no, they ain't believe it. They just hit me up to ask me, yo, Sar, did you see this shit? Yo, what's going on? Is this real? And I said, bro, let me see. I don't know. I immediately called you, Polite, and you was like, you was in the dark. You ain't know what the hell was going on.
And when you called me, I was so very disappointed.
Right, that's true.
Yo, why are we taking things this guy serious? You know he's always lying. Like, yo, and you know what? The people that roll with him don't be caring. So what are we supposed to do?
Well, somebody asked me, Mac Lowe says, Sar, do you think it's true? Tell the truth. Well, no, I don't.
So then he was like, yo, anything you need from me, let me know. I'm like, all right, if I need you, I'll let you know. He said, yo, I'll jump on that shit too. Let me know. I was like, do what you do. Like, I don't press nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And nobody is charging you nothing.
No. Actually, the crazy thing is, I'm here with no money behind my song. They just sent my music to radio. You know what I'm saying? So all the love I got was just because of me.
It's all organic.
Yeah, organic, like real organic. Like not like these fake people saying organic because they did underhand shit. Real organic. This is in LA, it's in Tampa, Florida, it's in all these different radio stations just because of me.
Eating right and watch what happens. You have to grind at being alpha, man. You can't just wake up and say, hey, I'm alpha, I'm just gonna rest on my laurels. Man, there ain't no laurels. This is something you have to build every day, just like your mind, just like your body, just like your spirituality. You have to build your alpha essence every day, man, because you're in a beta world. You're in a feminist world. You're in a matriarchal world. You're in a patriarchal. Listen, you're in a man-run matriarchy. That's what this society is, a man-run matriarchy. That is what we're in. That is what we're dealing with. That is the life we live right now. Nothing we can do about it. We can't change it. It is what it is. That is what we're living right now. So you as a man, me as a man, us as men must always stay in alpha positions in our lives, because putting yourself in a beta, I don't care how, man, listen, I am the self-proclaimed strongest, most deeply grounded alpha male you will ever meet in your life. I profess that, and I will put that against any alpha male on the planet. We can sit and decide that, and I will put all of my money on myself. But if I put myself in a beta male position, like marriage or commitment, or any situation where a woman has control in my life, I am not going to be alpha like this much longer. I am going to lose some of my edge, because when you're
you can't have that many magazines. You're allowed like 15 or something. Here I am with 500, and I have them stacked everywhere. I had more attachment to these magazines than the letters from people on the street, than anything. These magazines were gonna create what I needed to actually take care of my loved ones on the street, to show them their worth by creating the man that I admire, so I could pass it on, so I could get out and get my mom to want to work out and track her macros, get my wife to want to work out and track her macros. Don't you try to get people to do shit that ain't working for you, because you're not putting the effort. If you really care about your people, if you love your son, if you love your wife, if you love your parents, You personify the teaching to a T. Get ripped for them to make them healthy. Don't just point the finger. Who the fuck is that? That's just criticism. If you just criticize, you're an asshole. Constructive criticism supplies the solution. And yeah, I talk a certain way. Yeah, I do. And I'm not going to stop because I'll supply you the solution. If you want the solution to anything I speak of, I got it really easy, and I'll break it down super simple. So simple, you'll wonder why. You'll start second guessing. I always have to tell people not to overthink how I break down nutrition and training in my coaching program. It's that simple. Everyone wants to overthink it. Don't overthink. Just get into action. But the fact,
not wow, not what do you call it? Viral, not viral, but whatever that word is, carnal. Not that kind of way. But we got to be like the lion, single mentality. What we want is what's happening, and then check this out, bro. That documentary, I bet that documentary, if it went deep into the lions. It showed you how that lion sits once he got a pride of lions. He sits where he can be heard, and he don't growl unless he think this or that. And when it's time to eat, he go with them, but he ain't running after no damn food. He a king. He gonna let him hunt. Go ahead.
Yeah. Nah, and I was about to say I should have. Let me correct myself, man, because actually the actual documentary I was watching, it was about a lioness that got banished with her 2 cubs because, anyways, man, the male lion took over this particular pride, and you know how it is. The lion that has the cubs, the lion was about to kill him. So, the lioness left with her babies, and she basically had to fend for herself. So that's why I was saying as far as the hunting, but I didn't correct you because, but yeah, you're right. It was a lioness that was hunting. And
hey, check it out.
And this is what one of the girls who got her sugar daddy off of secret benefits said. If you stay consistent, you will get good results on secret benefits because they get so many users all the time, and it's easy to kind of tell who's the scammer and who's the real sugar daddy. One of the girls who got their sugar daddy off of secret benefits, a virtual sugar daddy. This is a virtual SD. So their relationship is strictly online or whatever case, but he travels a lot. So eventually he was saying that he was going to be in her city, and it just happened to be in this month, April. The great part about that, COVID-19, and you've been traveling, sir. Sorry, can't link up with you. And it's just as simple as that. But her, SD, you know what? It's fine. I'll just say where he's at. He's in St. Louis. So he's in St. Louis, Missouri. That's where he's from, but he travels for work. And I also have another sugar baby who SD is from, and these are all girls from my Patreon, you guys. So calm down. So I don't want you to say, who is she talking about? I'm talking about girls that are part of the Finesse family who are having good experience with these sites. And another girl, sugar daddy he lives in New York, and she lives in California, but I could be mistaken. But it's okay. Y'all don't need to know all their information. But that is a good site, Secret Benefits. I've seen, not even just virtually, but I've seen so many girls get.
What's good, fam? It's your man, Mr. Diamond. Hey, just riding around town, man, looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Just riding on it. Ain't really had nothing to do, so I figured I'd get out and see what I can see, man. Hell, since I wasn't doing none shit. What a perfect time to look at the city. It's a beautiful day and everything like that. Hey, as always, I want to thank everybody who been fucking with us, man. I want to thank y'all for keeping on fucking with us, man. This Ask Pimp thing, man. We loving doing this, coming to you Monday through Friday. Hey, man, keep it up. Keep up the good work. Tune in, subscribe, ask any question that's on your mind, any question that you ever wanted answered by a real pimp. It's going to be answered by one real soon. We're going to get to everybody, man. Also, a couple of people who done purchased the DVD. I know y'all enjoying that. I appreciate that. If y'all want the DVD, check out some of the clips with the DVD footage, and just send an email to a Diamond Shines with the subject line birthday bash, and I'll send you some information on how to get your own copy of the first annual Mr. Selfish Birthday Bash Players Extravaganza. Part 2 will be out pretty soon, and we actually finna have a party in June for part 3. So you go and tune in to see how you can be invited to that party. Y'all need to check us out on BootyTube247, man. Check me out if y'all. It's only for the adults. It's only for the grown-ups. BootyTube247/Mr. Diamond. Check out some of that shit, man. It's some uncensored footage of the birthday bash on that too. Uncensored, some shit I can't show on YouTube, so y'all check it out. Anyway, man, I'm gonna keep it going. First question come from my man Jay Fees. Jay Fees up in Syracuse, New York. Hey, this already my dude, man. This already my nigga. I fuck with him a whole lot on the music. He got some banging ass CDs out, man. 2 of them, man. Hustle or Die, Birth of a Legend. You can cop both of them joints at CD Baby or iTunes, man. It's all good. Jay Fees. Anyway, Jay Feezy wants to know, how did he recruit hoes to pimp on, and where do he find them? Well, Feezy, I know you've been keeping up with your boy on Ask Pimp, so I done already touched bases on how. So you need to just go on and tune in and check out some of the footage on net. As far as where, hey man, every time you step out your door, that's an opportunity. I don't care if you see a hoe at the bus stop, at 7-Eleven, at the Washington, Tom Thumb, at Minyards, at Walmart, at church, over her homegirl house, over your homegirl house. It don't even matter, man. Wherever you see a hoe at, that's an opportunity to spark up a conversation. Present yourself to the bitch. Let her know what you're doing and put your pimping down. You dig what I'm saying? She either gonna accept it or reject it. Them the only 2 possibilities. You dig what I'm saying? If she curious about it, I consider that as she accepted it. And it just depends on how you plan it in her head from that point forward. You dig? So yeah, man. As far as where, anywhere you go, I don't give a fuck if you're on your honeymoon. Hey man, if you in Oak Cliff, South Dallas, North Dallas, East Dallas, Pleasant Grove, Rowlett, Frisco, wherever you at, man, whenever you see a broad, even if she with a dude, man, if she looking at you and giving you some kind of action, you still got action and getting at her. So where is unlimited. That's like, where is any fucking word you can think of that a chick might be at a swimming pool, at your children's school, hey man, anywhere that women go, church, it's all good, man. If she there and you feel like you can talk to her, then you got action at pimping on her. So hey man, with that being said, good luck, baby. Good luck. Stay up on your pimping. All right, that's a diamond. I'ma holler.
No one has explained to her yet why he was on an unlock, why he was on healthcare, and his behaviour. So it was my job to sort of explain to her, and I did talk like we're talking now. I was on a stand, coronary. I did talk to her, and she had an interpreter. She understood some English, and I explained her brother's behaviour. And afterwards, the solicitor come up, the prison barrister, and said, you know, she come to me and thanked me for what you'd said.
Yeah.
So it does affect us, and I do understand that there's also other people, you know, families of prisoners that are going to be affected.
You said about the things she was wondering about. What I was wondering about was how he had shoelaces, like why he was allowed to have shoelaces.
Right, here's the thing. When they come on healthcare, if someone came on healthcare, we had a standard protocol. We would strip search them, make sure they got no weapons. They weren't allowed razors. In the morning, we would give a prisoner a razor and put a little sign on his door saying there was a razor in there, and we would take it back. We would take the shoelaces off them, belts, and everything else. Like I say, this guy will have gone through that procedure, but 3 months later, you know, no signs that it was at risk of suicide or self-harm. This is another thing. It was a big shock finding him, Sean, because there'd been no signs there. I never, for 1 minute, thought that guy...
In the U.S., it's illegal, you know what I mean?
But you got the prison system. Same shit. Like Cube say, concrete slave ships that never move. That's what prisons are. Concrete slave ships that never move. Knock knock say Jews been programmed us to hate each other through Hollywood/rap music. See, it's deeper than hating each other. It's we hate ourselves. The majority of us hate ourselves. You know what I mean? The majority of us hate the skin that we're in. And see, us black people in America, we've hated ourselves for a long time. And then to make matters worse,
100%, but if she really, really, really liking you, somewhere near 50% got to be, if she ain't triple those money because she already was banked up, over 50% would have to be, what would make me feel comfortable. But my point is, see, if you look at money, you can be bought. Because, bro, think about this and be honest. If you caught this bad Oriental bitch, she making $5,500 a month, and she telling you, just come over, fuck me, talk to me, I'll give you $1,000 a week, you would think you came up. Tell the truth.
I would, but it wouldn't take me long to figure out when I'm being bought. I mean, that's easy. That's an easy situation.
Hey, caller,
but yeah,
caller, I don't want to say you lying, but let me prove to you how you are.
All right.
Let's say you meet this woman, and let's say she start breaking you off. And let's say 2-3 weeks in, you see that, well, she's breaking me off, but she, do expect me to, come over when she call, What I'm saying is, let's say it ain't a big deal. You just noticed this. What are you supposed to do?
At that point, I'll have to put a monkey.
Cicely Tyson, Nefertiti, Gladys Knight, Alkaline Water School for Girls! And I'm raising $8 million. That's right, I'm raising $8 million. And I need you to donate, because I'm a descendant of Morgan Freeman. I'm a descendant of Ashford and Simpson. I'm a descendant of Tevin Campbell. And I need you to donate money, and people are jealous because all the women in the conscious community want me to smash the cookies! Peace and love, family. This is Herpy Hotep, the Woke Walrus, a.k.a. Papa, a.k.a. the Prince of Peach Cobbler, and I'm standing outside the Jesse Jackson, O.J. Simpson, Ike Turner School for Boys! Now, people said that I stole the money for the school, and I just want to give people a tour of the school. At my school, we have state-of-the-art obstacle course equipment, because at my school, we're going to teach military science! At my school, we have multi-million-dollar state-of-the-art binoculars, because we're going to teach oceanography! At my school, we have state-of-the-art automobiles, because we're going to teach driver's education! At my school, we have state-of-the-art computers, because we're going to teach website development! At my school, we have multi-million-dollar high-power telescopes, because we're gonna...
On Sunday, my mask. Who is close enough to me to
Today is
smell my
Wednesday.
mask
You say you wash your mask. This is my job.
You can smell my mask. You trying to fucking
I ain't trying to smell your mask.
At that point, I'm like, oh my God, you know, I'm juiced. I'm like, he called me. Let me call him right back. So that's what I did. I woke up. It was morning, Christmas morning. I don't celebrate Christmas or nothing, but, you know, my mind was just focused on getting there, you know, getting where I want to get in life. So I felt like he was definitely a connection for me. So I'm like, let me call him right back. So I call him, and this was the first time, because if you guys follow Brother Polite, the energy that he brings on screen was totally different from the energy that I got on the phone. On the screen, you know, when we're watching him, it's like, you know, he's just so charismatic, so, you know, like the energy is flowing from him. You could feel it. On the phone, he was robotic. He just had a blank, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, he's just like, yeah, you inquired about the mentorship program. Basically, there's 3 streams that you could do, there's 6 streams you could do, and there's 9 streams, Like, he's just giving out this information so quick, I'm not even following. But I'm like still trying to listen. Like,
He talking on the phone with a bad little bitch over there. You know what I mean? Hey, man, grab your seats, man. I know y'all done already grabbed your seats, but grab another seat, because this one is good. This goes to show you what the ism don't do. Put some more love in my body. Hold on, because I'm finna go in. Okay. Danky lowercase p, jump in the car with me. We going to LA for All-Star Weekend, NBA, right? While we're on the highway, before we even make it to LA, Danky got a bad bitch on his line. She over there in LA fucking with some nigga who she don't want to be with. You know what I mean? The nigga supposed to be like 6 or 7 deep, but the bitch don't like the situation. She don't want to be over there, right? So Dank like, yeah, man, you know, P, this is cool, man. I appreciate you taking me out here, man, because, you know, this is perfect. It's right on time, because I got this bitch on my line, and she acting like she want to fuck with me, man. I say, yeah, that's what's up. That's perfect. So we get to L.A., we spot up and everything or whatever, and the bitch still on Danky's line, but she telling Dank like, yeah, you know, and Dank just believe in this shit. You know what I mean? He believe in all the whole say, but whatever. You know what I mean? The bitch over there like, yeah, you know, cause she walking all in the snow and all of that. Then you show the bitch the clean water, the palm trees, the people in the background, the kids playing, and you know, it's too easy to knock. You niggas that be in Vegas and Cali and Arizona, you niggas don't know how to campaign. How the fuck you got a damn internet and you not knocking? How the hell you got bitches on your friends list or following you that's in the Midwest or the East Coast during the winter time? Because winter coming up, you know what I mean? And you not knocking. How? It's cold as fuck out there. That's the easiest time. Hey, listen, let me say this. For you niggas that got trucks, you know what I mean? You got that truck sitting on something, or for you niggas that, you know what I mean, you got your rental game right. You able to, you know what I mean, go to different cities and slide in something nice, or maybe you want to do limousine, whatever you trying to do. When you go to a cold place like Minnesota, oh my God, and you falling in the Mall of America, you know what I mean? All of these beautiful women in one place, man, You said that's too much game? Okay, bro. Bro said Sean said it's too much sauce, bro. It's too much barbecue sauce, you know? But let me just say,
No, it's no progress in that. You know what I mean? It's no progress in that. Hold on, let me do this for you. Don't put no bullshit in my shit. But there's no progress in that. If you on the same level that you was 20 and 30 years ago, you know what I mean? That means that it was no elevation with you. You know what I mean? It was no elevation with you whatsoever. You know what I mean? So with that being said, for you young pimps, you don't want to do that. That ain't the way to go. I heard my big brother from another mother, Dre, say that, and I'm in total agreement, you know what I mean, with that. You don't want to, because what they mean is, you know, presiding over women and, you know what I mean, and all of that shit, you know what I mean, till the day we die. Listen, when you really have game, you're going to get out of the CBA and you're going to go to the NBA. What you mean by that? Man, take this knowledge, take this information that you got from that little level, because that's the little level. Presiding over women and the lifestyle of pimping at home, that's the little level. That's the CBA. You want to elevate and take the information and play on a whole nother level. Dre is one of the greatest examples. Look at how he's out of the game, but he's still in the game. You know what I mean?
The violence down. That's the main thing.
Oh,
Keep the violence down at the house, especially as a captain at the time, or what were you, an officer? Captain?
No, I couldn't do it as an officer. I didn't have that kind of clout.
As
a captain.
As a captain. So you know, all right. So and that's the main thing. So you were able to. If somebody want their peoples out, you would like, yo, look.
No, I didn't go shake them. They had to come to me. I didn't go knocking on doors. No, I didn't go solicit that. No, they had to come to me. You know what I'm saying? You can't solicit. Oh no, I wouldn't do that. They came to me and said, yo, my man is in there. You know, this is what he did be. We got him. He ain't gonna make no noise. You know, we got these bangers and everything else. We got a cuff key or this and that, you know.
A cuff key? How the hell did they get cuff key?
I can show you in my bag. I can show you how they got cuff keys.
Wow.
You know, can I snatch my bag?
Yeah, sure.
Let me snatch my bag. I show you they got some cuff keys. You know, but I want that kind of stuff. Everybody want it. In a second, I'm gonna read you some numbers that's amazing. And you can say, yeah, all right. The end justify the means. All right, the end justify the means.
That's a good term. You look at it like that. Do you like it?
I like this guy, man.
The end justified the means.
You want to see the numbers?
Yo, what the?
All right. This is some x-rays we took. And again, we can't take no x-rays to no one unless they agree to it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know, they couldn't clear the machine or they couldn't clear the boss chair because we got something called the boss chair that will tell me if you have something up your butt, in your mouth, cheeks, and everything else. And these courageous guys said, I'll take an x-ray because I don't have anything.
Male birth control coming soon will be a game changer. Hey, but Johnny Garcia, like I said, man, when I was coming up in Pacoima, the black and brown got along. Like I said, I lived in the projects. And in the projects, the project boys and the Pacoima Pyrus got along with each other. You know what I mean? Of course, you have different neighborhoods that might not have got along with each other. Like, you probably got different Pacoima SA gangs that didn't get along, different black gangs that didn't get along with each other. But, like Vaughn Street used to get along with the 2Ps. The Pierce boys, they used to get along with the blacks. You know what I mean? Like, but, you know, you already know, like, with the organization of the Mexican Mafia and all that, you know what I mean? That's when things kind of shifted. But I agree with you, man. Hopefully they come together, man, because see, what the minorities don't know, man, what I would love to see is, it don't have to be an end to gangbanging. But just what I would love to see is a change in the purpose of gangbanging.
Olmec got pregnant and then was fucking Nature Boy while you was pregnant by Olmec.
With herpes the whole time. Use a nasty ass bop.
If you didn't tell them that you had herpes, you greasy. So you over there trying to prance EJ around like she's a motherfucking goddess. Nigga, she's a goddess. You over there running around with a goddess bop. She don't get no respect, nigga. Nature Boy, you allegedly was fucking with a homosexual from Atlanta that was sending you that money every month named Mike Brown. And he allegedly has HIV. Nigga, you ain't never get checked. Nigga, you ever think that you might have HIV? So your wife is a goddess, boppus, nasty motherfucker. Your whole team burning, and nigga, you might be burning. You need to get an STD test. You stick your little nasty ass, dirty, bisexual phallus in a nasty stank vagina every day. Y'all all dirty and nasty, and you a grimy nigga. Nigga, that's not your girl, that's your man girl, nigga. That's Olmec girl. That's Olmec wife. That's not your wife. Somebody is spreading STDs. Somebody out there Kent told me they be all fucking each other. I done heard stories of them all sleeping in the same room and females getting up, sneak out the room and go in the bathroom with Nature Boy and fuck Nature Boy. One female left. She said she was over there and she left because Nature Boy kept trying to get her to engage in sexual intercourse with a nigga over there. She kept saying, nigga, I didn't come over here.
You might not have it right now because, you know, the circumstances, things like that, and I understand. But what I will say to you is, in the future, you will. You will have that. You know, did you have another question before I let you go?
No, that's it.
No, that's it. All right, go ahead and take your little pat head ass on. See you later.
All right. I'll talk to your snaggletooth head ass later.
See, you like to make jokes, but you know when it comes to this roasting, you already know that you know match. We didn't done this before. That's one of the reasons why you started liking on me, bitch, because I started roasting you. Cause you talking to me right now, and I know you got on dirty panties, but I ain't gonna hold it against you. I'm not gonna hold it against you.
You ain't even took a shower in 3 days, nigga.
Hey, you can say everything. You can say everything that you want, but it ain't nowhere in the world that you young in your 20s and you wearing that dirty ass girdle. Like, what is a young bitch doing with a dirty ass girdle on? Like, you're not even 25 years old and you wearing dirty ass girdles? Like, come on, man.
You might want to take that rental back.
See, that's another thing.
Calling you.
Might want to take it back. See, that's another thing. I don't even have to make up no lame ass joke like the one you just did, but that's real though. Like, why are you under the age of 25?
Nah, don't your pussy ass out my face, nigga. All y'all niggas who on that shit. Fuck you, nigga. Y'all niggas know what I'm on. For real. All that fake ass shit, nigga. Oh, check my message. Hold up. Look, it's so many motherfuckers that tell me God put my number online, bro. That shit fucked up. Where that shit at? Hold up. Pussy ass little nigga. I don't give a fuck. I know Lil mad at here. Like, man, he tripping, man, on that young nigga shit. Fuck that shit, Lil. These niggas, it's time for these folks to know this nigga's a hoe. This the only lie we know. Chad nigga ain't tweet. This the nigga we know. Boy, he went to jail. Okay, that's him with no shirt on. What the hell? What the fuck? Hold on, man. Hold on. What the fuck?
Pods. And of course, the nigga who tried to get me to join the Bloods got ran out the pod. For false claiming at that. Like, how the fuck are you gonna try to get me to join a set that you're not even part of? So anyways, this guy's name was Rome, right? The crazy thing about Rome was that when I got out of jail, I actually found out he put in a lot of work in the streets, but like, This nigga was never good with his hands. Like, he always had to use a gun. Which sounds like most of you niggas nowadays, because, like, a lot of you niggas nowadays are just straight bitches. Y'all don't know how to fight at all. All y'all know is how to pull out a gun. So many lives could be saved in the streets if y'all niggas just learned how to fight. But look, that's not what we're here to talk about. All right, look, so when I first get there to the pod, I start being cool with the younger crowd. You know what I'm saying? And the younger crowd consisted of the Marines, a murderer, Rome, and a guy who got ran out the pods because he owed some debts. So the first person I became cool with was Rome, because I felt like me and him, we could relate to a lot of things. Like, he kept telling me all of this crazy shit he did in the streets, and I'm like, yo, bruh, I can't wait to get out and start telling those stories like I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I already know you making this shit up, but damn, imagine what I can make up off this too. And the whole time I didn't realize he wasn't lying. Like, all of the people that he said he shot, he actually did it. So I'm hanging with Rome every day, and he's telling me what I think are the fairy tales. Because, like, I'm like, there's no way possible any of this is real. But it still makes for an interesting story, so go ahead, tell me everything. Now, when I said tell me everything, this nigga must have taken it in a literal sense, because this nigga literally tried to tell me every single event of his life. Every single day, this nigga is telling me stories about things
that scares me, and he's gonna rob you, okay? So when we're gonna use our noodle. We're gonna use our noodle, right? And we're gonna look at pictures, and this dude, and we're gonna say, okay, I'm gonna go on my Bumble right quick, okay?
Hold on, you guys.
I'm only gonna swipe on the guys that have the blue checks. The blue checks mean that they're verified or somewhat verified or pretty much verified. That means they took a picture of themselves and the picture somewhat matches the pictures on their profile. Supposed to be 100% match, but we don't know. I don't trust technology. Some of y'all trust technology too much. Anyway, some of y'all trust these people on here too much too. Anyway, so I'm not going to swipe on him. Okay, this dude has a check mark. He's 58. Okay, so in his profile, I'm a manly man, an alpha gentleman. I'm very affectionate. Okay, I think of, okay, so you want to be the head of the house. You know what I'm saying? You want to be masculine. You want me to be feminine. Okay, so you want to spend money. That's what I think. That's what I think when I think of that. But there is a lot of alpha males who don't want to spend money that are broke, and that's just backwards thinking. I don't deal with the ghetto. But the affectionate part, I wouldn't swipe on him. Because when they say affectionate and then you start saying stuff about being like a sugar baby or whatever your approach is, okay, if you want more details on what to say or what I say, then you would, go to my Patreon. However, like, amazing kisses are a must.
When everything that happens inside of the club, nothing's outside of the club.
What is the core of Pimp and prostitute relationship? She looks at you as a daddy figure, or
no? Well, see, it's not a pimping. Once again, it's not a. It's a manager client situation. Is what I got. Now, when I pimped, of course, my hoes call me daddy. But this is you talking over 20 plus years ago. I don't even, because now. As far as the game go, when I took the name the Black Hef, honestly, I took a lot of pride in taking that name, but I had to stand on it. Like, I stood on pimping when I pimped. I did everything the right way. I didn't break a rule in it. I never would have, because I wanted to do it the way it was supposed to go. So when I became the Black Hef, I had to stand on my game and what I did the way that Hugh Hefner sort of stood on his. And so I studied a lot about him, did research. And one thing he did, he always stayed with what he believed in. Back when he started in the late 60s, 70s, whenever he really started, had his little After Dark show, but the sexual orientation of women and exploitation of it was really shunned down. They looked bad upon that. So he had the head of the CIA, which was J. Edgar Hoover. Every Playboy magazine that came out.
Another question from a viewer. I once had an OG tell me if inmates saw that you could not do 50 push-ups in a row, that they will label you weak and prey on you. Is this true? Well, as far as 50 push-ups, that's not really saying too much. I mean, you know, most guys, you got pretty much a lot of guys work out. You know, you got some guys in prison who don't work out, who just, you know, kind of do their programs. You know, maybe they play chess, or, you know, they teach classes, and they kind of mind their business. They're the older guys. You know, they're not you know, they're not physical, so they don't really have a need to do physical activity. They might run the track. Maybe they'll do a little bit of calisthenics, but they're not really doing a lot of the physical stuff the youngsters are doing. Now, there is a divide. Like in the feds, you know, you have an age group which is more physically inclined. And once you get to a certain age, I would say maybe in your 40s, you know, you're kind of like beyond that. But like the youngsters, yeah, they're challenging each other. They're, you know, sizing each other up, because the youngsters are the ones putting in all the work. You know, the guys in their 20s, you know, maybe early 30s are still on the yard, you know, calling shots, you know, or maybe not calling shots, but taking care of business for the shot callers, and they're a lot more active when it comes to doing certain things. I knew most of the guys I knew, regardless, they did some type of workouts. You know, as far as just, you know, 50 push-ups at one time. I mean, they did multiple sets of maybe 50 push-ups, but they were physically pretty active, and, you know, for the most part, a lot of guys in prison did some type of physical activity. Even if it was a nerdy guy, he walked the track, or did something to try to get in shape to stay active. So
I'm clearing shit up. You feel what I'm saying? I been had to clear this shit up. I'm just letting this little lame run around have this fun. But I know how to clear shit up. My shit speak facts, homie. I know you laid in the studio damn near 20 days, nigga, when you took this weed. With the lights off, nigga. You in there got Sean recording you with the lights off, nigga. Nigga, you rapping in the dark, nigga. Yeah, big facts. Fuck you talking about. Big facts, man. Thought them can tell you what's going on too, man. But you know, them niggas just so big, they ain't gonna stoop down and then lame man nigga level. But big facts, man. Niggas just don't let that nigga trick y'all with all that talk, man. All that moving and deal. Man, you just goofy. When you on Black them shit the other day, you didn't take your fucking medicine. You were looking like a goofy. Yeah, all that moving and twitching and move, that ain't you, lame man, nigga. Go look at your other interviews. You ain't moving, nigga. You must be on your medicine then. But you wasn't on that medicine when you was over there on back them shit. Yeah, I know you just that good. Yeah, I really know you, homie. You really know me. Hell, go and speak big facts. Stop talking all this sideways shit, talking about chicken up the street and all. Nigga, you was scared of Ricardo, nigga. Yeah, I said his name. I ain't gonna say chicken. Yeah, you was scared of Ricardo, nigga. The fuck out of here with that shit, boy. Hell out of here. Shout out to the hood, man. To my Boulder Craig, he ran me out of.
We come through. Anywho, so she did not come. She started arguing on Facebook, throwing subs like, "Oh, bitches wanna fuck my baby father." Mind you, that's not what even happened. He wasn't even there. Like, what the fuck? So bitches like, "Oh, bitches wanna fuck my baby father." This, that, and the third. I lying on Facebook. So I went live, and I'm gonna see if I can find like certain clips of the live, because that live got deleted. Y'all, like just like I told y'all, Facebook be on my balls. They don't fuck with me. Live got deleted or whatever.
Niggas, she can't fuck. Bro, the niggas she fuck with can't compare to the niggas I fuck with. I fuck with niggas that gets money. She fuck with niggas that live out of a bag. I can't. No, I'm not packing no, I'm not coming with my nigga like, "Oh yeah, babe, let's go be out to your other friend from today." No. But the rest of them, Joey was in my house every day like he was homeless. No, nobody ever put up for nothing. Like, you would have thought, like, feel me? I'm hearing she telling people, oh, when I was moving, she telling bitches I'm not no mover. She not no moving company, so she not helping me move nothing. Well, this ain't no shelter, Mom. This is not no shelter. This is not Section 8.
What the fuck? Wait, so she wasn't gonna help you?
It's okay.
I wasn't
It's
playing that shit.
So, we arguing on live. I told Live how she had herpes because she has herpes and she goes around fucking people and don't tell them that she has herpes. I told Live how she's a bum, how her boyfriend is a bum because he tried to be funny on her live, on her Facebook or whatever. And I spilled all the tea. I don't give a fuck. I spilled.
Absolutely disgusting. With the lies, the deceit, trying to get her to like finance cars for him, put the insurance and put his car insurance in her name and all kind of things of that nature. I talked to Nigel King. Nigel King said that, you know, he's got multiple guys that he owes high six figures. How he also burnt him. You hear every story is the same, man. Like the one girlfriend I was talking to, she doesn't want her name to be brought out, but she kind of helped Jay build the whole Jay Morrison Academy. She was behind like a lot of the scenes with connecting some of the dots. And what she speaks on is a guy that lived in a house that was basically up for foreclosure for multiple years. So he was called. He was gone. And
Jay Morrison, when you say a guy.
Yeah, Jay.
Okay.
So Jay was basically living in a house in New Jersey that was up for auction for foreclosure. And he was just basically squatting in the house that he knew he was about to be evicted in. You know, and multiple people came and lived in his house. Like she told stories about him wanting to be a porn star. Yeah. I got a recording. I gotta see if she's gonna let me release the recording. But I got a full recording. Like,
we gonna make him the face of what we doing. Pardon me. Fuck the NFL. We're gonna do what we gotta do. And we're going to put him as the face. Now, what we don't realize is, while we thought Nike was showing some kind of resistance, Nike is in bed with the NFL. So we read here, according to CNN.com, that the NFL and Nike signed an 8-year contract for uniforms. The NFL and Nike just made their relationship official again. The two brands announced on Tuesday that they would be extending their partnership for another 8 years. The new deal will take place when the current one expires. So this means nothing ever was hindered, stifled, or terminated. They said when the new deal expires in 2020, so this means it's been pending the whole time and will run through 2028. So the new deal starts at 2020, so the old one is still pending. So when they put Kaepernick up here, the NFL was still winning because the NFL and Nike are making money together. It just looked like an act of defiance. So other sports players and everybody's like, I commend Nike for what they're doing despite what the NFL is doing. What are you talking about? Nike and the NFL are making major money with each other. It's good cop and bad cop here. Now, if he did it with Puma or somebody else, it would be a different situation. This is good cop, bad cop right here. They work together. They sleep together. And all the while...
Hey, Bam had all three of us in his house. He said Bam had all three of us in his house. One day, with some porn jerking all three of us off. Bam had all three of us in the house one day with some porn on, jerking all three of us off. Let me rewind it back. Listen. Bam had all three of us in his house one day with some porn on, jerking all three of us off. Another situation. I'm going to pause right... Okay, now listen. He said Bam had 3 niggas in the house with a porno on, jerking them off. Now, why did I play this video before I make my point? I believe, in my opinion, due to more shit I'm about to show, Hassan Campbell was willingly sexually interacting with another man. And he know that the black community does not play that gay shit. So he trying to pass it off as if he was abused because he know that he would not get support if he just openly came out and said that he liked man boys. And so with that being said, okay, let me give y'all the scenario. And I said this before. If a female come over my house right now and I cut on a porno, she already know what I'm trying to do. So two things gonna happen. Either she gonna go with the flow because that's what she trying to do, or, okay, she gonna be like, nigga, what the fuck is you doing? Now let me ask you a question. 3 niggas can't jump one nigga? If I bring one nigga in my house right now and I cut a porno on, nigga, we gonna fight. Ain't no females in the house, nigga. What you got a porno on for? So you telling me 3 niggas in...
Good morning. How old are you? 32. Are you employed? Yes. What type of work do you do? Caregiving and transporting. Is that 2 different jobs? Yes. Do you have full-time employment in one area? Full-time caregiving. And part-time in transportation? Yes. I'm going to ask you a few questions just about your own background, okay? Okay. How far did you go in school? Bachelor's. Okay, did you go to some local community colleges? Yes. So you have some community college education? Yes. You said you have a bachelor's. Did you get a bachelor's degree through an online program? Online program. Okay. Are you currently enrolled in school? Yes. What are you working toward? Master in Healthcare Administration. Have you ever been arrested or charged with any crimes? No. Have you ever been either a member of or an associate of a criminal street gang? No. Do you have any immediate family members who are in any local gangs in Los Angeles? No. Do you have any close friends other than the target in this case, Eric Holder? Wait, hold on. Who is a member of a gang? Yes, my uncle. I think he's in a blood gang. Now, where? I'm just not sure. Where did your uncle live? He lived in Seattle, but he comes back and forth out here. He's from Compton. Okay, so your uncle lived in Compton for a while? Yes. Now he lives in Seattle, Washington? Yes. And you believe that he is a member of a blood gang? He might, I don't know, I'm not sure. Okay, do you see him often? No. Have you ever lived with him? No. Have you ever attended or participated in any gang activities? No. Do you currently live in the city of Los Angeles? No. Have you ever lived in the city of Los Angeles? Yes. Approximately what years did you live here? Since 2004, and I would say 2004 to 2007. Okay, from 2004 to 2007? Yes. When you lived in the Los Angeles area during that time period, did you live in the general area of Crenshaw and MLK Boulevard? Yes. You know that you're here to testify about something that happened at Crenshaw and Slauson, correct? Correct. Do you know how far Crenshaw and MLK Boulevard is from Crenshaw and Slauson? Not exactly, but I know it's not too far. Okay, is it walking distance? No. Do you have a sense of how far a mile is or 2 miles? Do you know distance in those terms? No, I don't. Okay, when you lived in Los Angeles from 04 to 07, did you ever hang out in the area of Crenshaw and Slauson? Just like going to the swap meet, stuff like that. I never hung out like with friends. I didn't really have no friends over there. Okay, what is the swap meet? By Slauson and Western. So on Western and Slauson, there's a swap meet? Yes. For those of us who are not sure what a swap meet is, can you explain that a little bit? It's like a place like they have like jewelry. You can get stuff for like a little cheaper, and they be having like Jordans and stuff that you can get cheaper instead of going to the mall. It's like a little mini mall where you can get things a little more cheaper. Okay, is it the Slauson swap meet? Yes. Okay, it's pretty famous in South Los Angeles, correct? Actually, right, correct. A lot of parts in Los Angeles? Yes. A lot of people go there and hang out, right? Right. So you back in '04 to '07 would go to that area for that purpose, is that true? That's true. Did you have any friends in that area? No. Did you know of any street gangs that operated in the area of the Slauson swap meet? No. When you left Los Angeles in '07, did you move out of the city of Los Angeles? Yes, I did. Okay, and at some point after that, did you even move out of the state of California? No. Okay, well, you speak with a distinct accent, okay? Are you from or have you ever lived outside of the state of California? Yes. Okay, I don't want to know where, but was it somewhere in the South? Right, yes. Okay, can you tell us during what time period you lived in the South? From since I was 2 to 2004, that's when I moved out here. Okay, how old were you in '04? 17. So at 17 in '04, you moved into the area of Crenshaw and MLK? I moved in Compton. I moved to Crenshaw around like 2005 maybe or 6. I'm not kind of accurate on it, but I know I left in 2007. I wasn't in Compton that long with my granny, so maybe I want to say 2005 until 2007. Okay, when you lived in Los Angeles, did you live alone or with someone? I lived with my mom. Did you ever move back to where you were from the South after you moved to Los Angeles? No. Okay, let me move on and ask you in the year before March 31st, 2019. If you went back a year before that, how often would you say you visited Los Angeles from where you were living? Where was I living at now? Where I'm living at now? Okay, I don't want to know where you live at. I don't want your address. I don't want your city, okay? All right. What I'm asking you is in the year before March 31st, if you counted back a year from that date, yes, how often would you visit Los Angeles, the city of Los Angeles? I hadn't been there in a while since that date, maybe once or twice maybe. Okay, I'm going to make sure you don't. I want to make sure you understand my question. I'm not asking you how many times you've come to Los Angeles since March 31st. I want to know in the year before the shooting happened, the year before, for that whole year, how often did you visit Los Angeles? I just want to get a sense of how much time you spent here in the year leading up to that shooting. And I'm not asking for a specific number of times. You can estimate approximately how often you would come into the city. About maybe 20, because I had a friend over there, somebody who I was talking to. Okay, when you say you had a friend over there, what do you mean? In LA. Okay, was that friend living in the Slauson Crenshaw area? Yes, he lived up the street on Florence. Florence and what? 78th. So for the year leading up to March 31st, you believe you came into Los Angeles about 20 times? I'm just around that time, yeah, 'cause that was like my boyfriend. Okay, and would you say you visited every other week, or was it all within a couple of month time period, or was it spread out over the course of the year? Yeah, it was like kind of like spread out. It wasn't like every day or every other day. Maybe like once or twice a month, maybe, and sometimes skip a couple months, sometimes. The boyfriend, the person that you dated that you referred to as your boyfriend, was that person involved in any gang activity? No. Let me show you people's grand jury. Sorry. Grand jury exhibit number 3. Do you recognize the person shown in this exhibit? Yes. How do you know him? I met him doing transporting. And what is his name? Eric. Did you know him by any other names? When I picked him up, it had Bobby on there. Did you ever call him Bobby? No, Did he... Wait for the question. No. Did he ever tell you his name was Bobby? No. You said that one of your jobs is in transportation, correct? Correct. And when you first met Eric, you met him and was provided information that the person that you were transporting was named Bobby? Correct. Okay, but you later found out that his name was Eric? Yes. Did you know him by any other nicknames? No. Had you ever heard him called or heard him refer to himself as Shitty? No. What about his last name? Do you know his last name? Not at the time. When did you first learn his last name? When he wanted me to take him to his cousin Harold's house? How long had you known him before you learned his last name? A week. When did you first meet this person that you knew was Eric? February the 25th. February the 25th? Yes. Of what year? 2019.
I wasn't used to the pod. I was only used to the hole. So I still had to put on my tough guy act, you know what I'm saying? So me and my cellie, we take our trays, we go back into our cell, we sit on our bunks and start eating. He tries to say something to me. And I don't know why, but for some reason, I went into like full-blown Tekashi. I told this nigga straight up, yo, I let my nuts hang, nigga. Fuck out of here. You ain't finna fuck me, nigga. And you ain't getting nothing off my tray. Fuck out of here, you bitch-ass nigga. I will dog you right now. Fuck you, me, nigga. Yeah, so the whole time, he was just trying to give me his toast, because, like, he didn't eat bread, so I kind of felt like an asshole after saying all that. But the thing is, I was in jail, so, like, I couldn't necessarily apologize to him. I had to just give him a, oh yeah, my bad, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll take that, bro. So we finish our breakfast, and about 3 hours later, the lights come on in our cells, and here the COs come telling us to get up. And I didn't know what was going on. So what I had to find out was, after breakfast, we had time to clean our cells and the pod, and one person was designated to clean the pod. But I didn't have to come out of my cell at this point, and my cellie, he took it upon himself to clean the cell just to show me how to do it, so I'd be able to do it later on. Now, after you clean the pod, the COs come to inspect it, and after that, that's when they let you out of your cell. Which, of course, I didn't know, so they pop open the doors. I start seeing everybody go out the cell. I'm like, yo, what the hell's going on? So I go out of the cell, somebody turns on the TV, everybody starts sitting down at the little tables out there. And then I start getting the awkward stares. Now, the reason why I started getting these awkward stares is because I didn't realize it, but the pod that I was in was the protection.
But I've had money and I've tried to talk to some broke bitches. And they wasn't giving me no play because they had their man. And they both was broke. Both of them was bums. And my money didn't impress the bitch enough to come with me. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily know if that's a guaranteed factor. I believe that is a factor in some aspects of life, and I do believe in true love. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about universal love. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about universal love. I'm talking about, I could love you. You can love me. As men, I'm talking about as a friend. I'm sure there's a friend, a male friend, that if you found out he had a plane crash and died, you would be hurt. You'd be devastated. You understand what I'm saying? So love is universal. You know what I mean? And love is for everybody. You know what I mean? Love is for pimps. Love is for hoes. Love is for men, women, animals. Love is for everybody. You understand what I mean? And I believe that that's going to happen regardless of whether you have money or, things like that. I don't think that's necessarily an element that has to be there.
How many girls do you have in your stable, typically?
Well, right now, man, I'm retired. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm retired. You know what I mean? I'm just mentoring to the youth. I'm talking to younger dudes that's out there trying to get it. I'm still out here in the streets. You still see me.
But when you were active?
Oh, well, when I was active, I think the most girls I had was about 4. You know what I mean? I have 4 guys to have an opportunity to have their voice heard. We will have some booths set up at the Black House to be able to sign in. We want to get everybody's paperwork tight so we can move forward with class action lawsuits. We want to really apply real pressure, but we need people to come forward with their stories. We need to have real information. We can't have just hearsay. We want to have give the people the opportunity to have their voices heard, and there will be the news there. There will be media there. So I want to kind of give Jay a dose of his own fucking medicine. He loves preying on black people by going to rallies and doing all that bullshit. So we're gonna put a little bit of his own poison to the people that he's taking advantage of.
Can you, without being specific, I don't need their names and I don't need their addresses. What are some of the stories you've heard? Like, give me 1 or 2 of them, and you don't got to be specific.
I'll give you a couple of stories, right? Literally discussing stories from. I spoke to an ex-wife. His ex-wife mentioned that he stole her ring and sold it.
The wedding ring?
The wedding ring. So that's the ex-wife. I just spoke to one of the ex-girlfriends today, who her whole backstory of him is just
channel, because that's not the only place it took place. It took place on my channel, I Am Brother Polite on YouTube. And you can watch, and no one can say I defended Gucci. I showed you how to properly execute a boycott, because what I didn't want to do is castigate my community for doing a weak-ass boycott without giving them explanation and elaborate detail and how to properly and successfully execute a boycott. And my PowerPoint entailed the exact route we should go and where the errors were in the past, and it wasn't that lengthy, the PowerPoint itself. And anybody that watched it can tell you. Anybody that watched it can tell you. But the reason why I'm going to do this is to show you, yet again, just like the Gucci boycott, yet again, black people be having other shit going on. They got other reservations going on. But rather than them be honest and say, you know what? Honestly, Polite, I'm mad about this. I'm going to front. Even though I'm mad at you about something else, I'm going to say it's about that. That's what the boycotts be about. We be using boycotts to attack wealthy black people that are doing well off. They're well off and doing better than us. We find a way. 1 minute we mad at the white institution, and I'm telling you, less than 24 hours, we always find the black people that we mad about, and we stay on their ass, and we disregard the white folks we supposed to be upset about. We do it all the time. We do it all the time. Gucci's not a goddamn necessity. That's why I'm fucking embarrassed. I'm embarrassed at you weak ass.
Belly chains, proper protocol when you're doing count, how to bring an inmate out of the cell, how to lock down a yard, proper radio codes, proper everything. It doesn't matter. You'll meet your sergeant. You'll go to a briefing. There's usually a 15-minute briefing to let you know what that went on the prior shift. But you will be nervous, and the inmates will test you, so be prepared. It is not like the academy. Academy was a joyride. You're going to wish that you went back to the academy. So enjoy the academy, because when you get to the yard, you are going to be like, what the fuck? What did I get myself into? If you're gung-ho, then it ain't going to really bother you. But if you're not, I'm telling you, like you've heard me say in my other previous videos, if you're just doing it because you needed a job, that's the day you're going to realize, what did I get myself into? So be prepared, be squared away. If you can, don't go in there with your button-down academy shirt that you graduated in. At least go in your Class B, or if you get a chance, get a polo shirt and iron it, make it look squared away. Because trust me, a lot of the officers nowadays, they don't look squared away. They don't keep their badge shined or polished. So inmates know ones that have been there for a while and ones that are brand new. They're going to know you're brand new no matter what. Because for one, your boots are probably going to have some shine on them still.
Or do we not have other people in our life? Why y'all always just talk about each other?
Because we're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Oh, we did it this time. You know, sometimes we be missing.
Okay, so now we're going to get into the bed. Hey.
The bed.
Hey.
The bed.
Hey.
The bed.
Okay, so I wanted to talk today about sex positions for small dicks. I feel like a lot of times some men aren't as blessed in the area, well endowed in that area. So I feel like sometimes, you need extra things to help you.
Like what, a dick extendo?
Well, no, we talked about that last week. There's a thing called a dick sleeve that men use. You weren't here last week, but Orlando was telling us about a dick sleeve that you can actually put on your dick, and the tip is still out, so you can still feel the sensation, but it makes your dick bigger. But we're not talking about that today, because I know a lot of men probably like, I don't want to use no dick sleeve, or a lot of men don't know their dick is small. So this is for the ladies, positions you can do. What?
Because I'm trying to visualize it. That sounds painful.
No, it's not.
Your dick?
No, it doesn't stretch it. It just goes over your dick and it's like ribbed. And it just gives
it's more for girth.
Yeah, it gives it a little girth.
Okay.
Because most of the time women care about girth more than the length.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then the tip is out. You remember those little Chinese finger traps we used to have when we were little? It looks like that and it goes over the
definition of the shit when I'm talking about anything and everything with this particular woman, because everything got to be presentable before it's acceptable to the woman. Now, when you talking to Shambisha or Makita and all of them little dots, running around who hair be shorter than their future, you could just say anything and everything, you know what I'm saying, to them little bras. And them little bus stop bitches will give you their number. Them little bus stop bitches will suck your dick, you know what I'm saying, till you got to sit up there and file for sperm bankruptcy. And they'll get into a continuity of doing it without you giving them a reason to do it. But when you dealing with a motherfucking woman, you got to have a logical reason on why she should be with you. All right? So if your breath is smelling like the 13th chapter of Revelation, if it's smelling like, you know what I'm saying, plagues and diseases and demonic spirits and shit like that, why should the woman bless you with her time? A lot of you feel that just because you are who you are, a woman should just be with you just because. And I just want to let you know, you got the game fucked up. You really got the game fucked up, my nigga. You know what I mean? I got some partners that physically, they would be what a woman would want to look at. Light skin, some brown, with the wavy hair, chocolate or whatever. They swole, they keep themselves up. But by them not reading and by them not having any information, when they get into a conversation,
Don't say nothing to the brother, grab the remote and change the TV and put it on like soccer or some shit like that, right? So the brother tell the essay like, hey homie, I was watching TV. The essay basically was like, well nigga, fuck you. Fuck what you was watching. Nigga, I'm finna watch this shit. You know what I mean? This was the essay's response to the brother. So the brother wasn't feeling that, so he take off on the essay, punch him out. Ping, 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 ping. But this is the problem. The essays got control of the drug trade in there, right?
it's big dope coming through the module. And the essays got control of the shit, right? So if the blacks want to get high, they got to go through the essays. If the blacks want to take some dope and sell it and try to flip it, they got to go through the essays. So, you know, the essays got control over the blacks. So this is what happened. When the brother punched the essay out over the TV, the essay shot callers come to the black shot call. We thinking it's finna go up. When that happened, everybody, you know what I mean, shoes on. Everybody, you know, ready to go. You know what I mean? Me and the homie from Grape Street, we got our shoes on. It's 2 of us and 8 of them in the cell. Motherfuckers in the pen, you're not dealing with a lot of distractions. You know, it's not a whole bunch of different TVs with a whole bunch of different shit. Every TV got something different on it, and you just watching all these TVs at every different time. And you don't have, you know, certain motherfuckers in the pen got smartphones and shit like that. But, you know, it's not something that you can just spend all motherfucking day on. You know, especially depending on what level yards you on and whether or not you got a job in there. You know, but bottom line, when you're incarcerated, you're not dealing with nearly as many distractions as you do out here. So that's why motherfuckers say crazy shit like, man, I wish I could just get locked up for a year, man, so I could just get on swole, get in shape, man, then get out here and just be on. That shit sound crazy. But like I say, motherfuckers say that type of shit because when you locked up, you're not dealing with as many distractions. And that's why it's unfortunate that it comes about in that way. But that's why you have a lot of motherfuckers tap into certain levels of greatness that they would have never tapped into on the streets. Because now you're sitting somewhere, a lot of times you're going to be isolated and you're not dealing with a bunch of distractions, so you have that time to tap into your greatness and focus on that and hone.
Okay, but I had a quick question. So you told me, or I don't know who I spoke to at the mall, but you said it was about makeup. And how did my makeup go with the helping people with their financial? I don't understand. Okay, but whoever offered me this job told me that they were gonna give me a job because of my makeup being a stylist or whatever, a salon. They said it was a salon opening up. So you mean you was the driver that you run into? I'm sorry? And we're not even done with the video. I'm just gonna update to you guys, talk to you a little more about the video. She's stupid. I should have linked up with her to literally fuck her up. Like, she's so dumb. She's so stupid. Like, she did, like, come on. Like, now it's financial. Like, come on, you're so dumb. And, like, she sounds not professional at all. Like, at all. Like, oh my God, I'm telling you guys, when I see her, she was like a wannabe professional. Like, I bet you I'm more professional than what the fuck she presented herself as to be. And literally, a voicemail? Why do I need a voicemail to know where the address is at? Why are you taking so long?
Prisoners in a cell. So you have to understand, this is a planned intervention, yeah? So in the private sector and public sector, if it's planned, officers will get kitted up And they will have a camera person, somebody on camera filming it. That's for officers' protection and prisoners' protection. You know, you'll speak to prisoners, you'll try and de-escalate, maybe tell them, get back of the cell on your hands and knees so you can go in and cuff them, get them to back out the cell. These various techniques you can use to get people out. Anyway, so this manager is talking to these two prisoners, and without sort of referring to the team or the guy who was coordinating it, she decided that she de-escalated, and these two prisoners, she was going to lock them and let them out of the cell instead of the teams going in. So she did that. These two kids were covered in shampoo and God knows what. We chased them up and down the wing for a good 20 minutes. You know, it was quite comical in the end and quite embarrassing as well. So, but there's lots of instances, certainly with young offenders, they were at it all the time.
Just want to ask you about strip searches then, because
strip searches. I've seen your video on strip searching.
I'm lucky because Arizona, before I got incarcerated, had the finger wave, which was the officers put the rubber gloves on and shoved the finger in the anus.
Happy, you know, she's acting like she's a bully, but she's not. You know, without that gun, she would have not done anything. So she's acting all crazy because I had to get in front of her, gets beside me. My windows are down. I ride with my windows down because, you know, in Texas, sometimes we have really great weather. And so my windows were down and hers were down, and she was talking shit to me. She's like, get out the car, all this other stuff. What she don't know is I'm really the type to get out the car. I will beat your ass. Like, I know how to fight, you feel me? So this isn't all about macho this, macho that, I'm gonna beat your ass or nothing. But at the end of the day, a lot of people don't know. I have a lot of mugshots, not because I was in the game, but I was really in these streets. I know how to defend myself. But when it comes down to it, I more than likely am gonna win, because ain't nobody finna get over on me like that. So it was a situation like that. But now I know why that girl was telling me to get out the car. I shouldn't have got out the car anyway. Of course, I'm getting older now, 26 years old, and I should start dusting those things off. But it didn't happen that way. We got to the red light. You know, I ended up getting out the car, and she had her gun drawn at me, and I started laughing. I did start laughing. I was like, this is why you telling me to get out the car? Because, bitch, you got a gun? Like, are you serious right now? Yes, some people are going to have things to say about me getting out the car. I really don't care what you have to say. You're not me, and you're not in the situation that I'm.
Then he FaceTimes me. And I was annoyed that he was FaceTiming me because what the f are we FaceTiming for? But I answered the FaceTime, and he was like, hey, so I called maintenance. I put in maintenance requests. They should be to you very soon. And I'm like, okay, thank you. And he was like, so how you liking Atlanta? It's cool. Oh, so you're moving here. You're here to apartment shop. Now, this isn't weird because I did tell him that I was coming here for the purpose of searching for apartments. I was like, it was fine. And he was like, oh, okay, so since you're moving from Cleveland, that must mean that you don't like it there. Nope. Like, I was being so short, such a big, and I'm such a nice person. I was surprised how rude I was being to him on the phone, but I just was like, why are we talking about me? Only thing that we need to be talking about is me getting into this apartment, and then you not talking to me for the rest of the night or for the rest of my stay, unless I need something concerning the apartment, and then we can talk about that. So he kind of gets the hint that I'm being super short. Well, no, he actually didn't. I was the one that ended the conversation. I said, okay, so let me know what maintenance says, and let me know when they're on their way and if I have to be there when they open the door. Okay, bye. A lot of time had gone by, and
So that was the contract, and I'm going to now read everything that happened between there with our communications and how everything played out, which it did not end well. So, first thing I'm going to do is read the last one because it kind of really summarizes
what happened. So this was the last communication that we had. It was an email on Sunday, April 30th, 2017. This is the email that I sent to Polite, and it says, "Peace. I received the 1,500 you sent, and this is not honorable. According to our agreement, you owe me a total of 2,300 to be received no later than 60 days from contract signing. I mentioned a refund a week after the contract deadline because there was little communication and no indication of you sending me any of the money you owed. You also told me in a phone conversation on March 4th that I made more than originally anticipated, closer to 3,000 from the investment. I was expecting a minimum of 2,300. So now this leaves me at my next steps to take, being that you shorted me a minimum of $800. Since I now know you as a man who does not honor his commitments, I have no personal interest in continuing to deal with you concerning business. The universe has..."
It was now my opportunity for the teaching to kick in. Now, if I didn't have no teaching inside of me, I wouldn't have been able to pull from any teaching. The regular attributes of a man would have came forth. You know what I'm saying? He would have got angry. He want to do something. He want to go take his bride back or whatever. So that natural inclination of a man would have kicked in if there was no teaching that was beneath the man ultimately. So because my dad kept teaching me certain things, and I told you guys before, when I was growing up, my dad made manhood so big that when he would say to me, "Andre, that stuff that you're doing is unmanly." That was the end of the world to me, because there was nothing in my life that he made bigger than being a man, right? So I'm thinking inside of me, if I act any way outside of this teaching in me, then indeed I'm going to be less of a man, right? So I didn't. I eventually got her back, the bottom one. The other girl who really didn't want to be there anyway, left him and went with somebody else too. I'm saying I've seen a lot of dudes in this situation. And let's break it down. Let's talk about it. This is what separates the man from the male. When you're in this high crisis situation, this is one of the worst.
And that's hurt. You know, I'm talking financially. When you hurting financially, you got the time to do videos about gossip and speculations about other men in hopes that you get a response. I'm never going to dignify these people with a response. I'm not going to mention their names. And more power to him and the wacky interviewers that interviewed him under the weirdest circumstances and pretense. There's a lot of weird stuff be going on in these interviews that people tell me about, and I'm like, that's pretty weird. You know what I'm saying? The way people carry themselves and the things that take place in these interviews, and they supposed to be shitting on me. They supposed to be degrading me. They supposed to be undermining me. They supposed to be demeaning me. Well, in the process, like I said, if you have negative intentions, you always somehow disrespect yourself or misrepresent yourself in the process. If my intentions is to destroy another black man, some way in the interim of that interview, I will wind up misrepresenting myself. That's what normally happens. All right. So as far as that other brother who I think I know you talking about, because it's calmed down, because most of the people who have made a career talk about me, they're gone. They disappeared. Like I told you, the Hebrew brother, he on the run. There's another guy, oh my goodness, this guy literally, like every week he did like 20 videos. I can't make this up. He was literally doing like 20 videos every week, going in, right? And guess what? Where he's at? Nowhere to be found. There's another one that was into like Christianity that was
signed off on the 6th in 2015. You know, I hadn't seen her for 6 years. I was out the door at like 6 o'clock every day, in at 10. She resented me coming into the home, and we battled and clashed. and now we have a good understanding. So, you know, there were lots of really good days, but what you forget is all the bad days. If you had one good day, a Sunday, you know, Lynn on K-Wing, bless her, cooked us a breakfast for £1. That'd be the highlight of the week. So
I read a book, I don't know if it was Turning the Key or Turning the Screw. A journalist in New York, he wanted to go and write about Rikers Island.
Oh, yeah.
And the governor wouldn't let him in. So he applied for a job, got assigned as an officer, and, you know, he's getting all this stuff, writing all this stuff down. But within 6 months of working in this hostile, dangerous, negative environment, he started taking that energy home. And he was abusive to his wife and kids.
Stanford Prison Experiment, do you know about that?
Yep.
Right, Stanford Prison Experiment, for the people who don't know about that. Young psychologists, psychiatrists, whatever, early 70s, behavioural experiment, asked for volunteers, split them into 2 groups. One of them, he says, you're going to be prison guards, because it was in America. The other, you're going to be prisoners. At the prison...
Yeah, so you can see in. So our constant watch cell, if you've got someone who is violent or at risk of suicide, self-harm, killing themselves, a constant watch cell, you'd have plexiglass, perspex and bars so I could see in, and you would have someone 24 hours a day observing them and taking notes. So at Forest Bank, very similar, we had a big cell. Again, there was nothing in it. It was like a special cell, but it had a big window, maybe 1.5 meters by 1 meter, something like that, that was perspex, so you were looking directly in, no bars, no nothing. And we had a young lad in there. He had been in the segregation unit. Very difficult prisoner to manage. He looked about 14. He was about 19, 20, and we had to restrain him a couple of times when he was trying to strangle himself. I think once we caught him with, he got a bed sheet and he had tied it around his testicles and penis, you know, almost pulling them off, as it were. So this is a very disturbed individual. The reason he'd been in the segregation is because when he'd first come into prison, he'd gone to a normal wing, and it had taken 12 staff to remove him to the segregation.
So the phone was hanging, and I looked around. Who using the phone? Nobody. I looked. Nobody's on the phone. Like nobody's talking. Hello, hello. It was just boop, boop, boop. Like, so I dialed out. Started getting on the phone. I was on the phone with my mother. So I'm like, yo, when I'm talking to my moms and shit, somebody taps me. And he like, yo, that's my phone. Like, I'm like, all right, you gonna like wait until I get off? He was like, all right. So I'm like, all right. So I turn around and I'm stupid. I'm facing the wall. And I'm talking to my moms. And somebody comes behind me and he grabs my shoulder and then he reaches over and he like cuts me. So I rolled with it and I went this way. And, you know, luckily it didn't really cut me that bad. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, it was over the phone.
What happened to the guy?
So he cut me and then I started charging him, started fighting him. He dropped the razor. But then, you know, in Rikers Island, it's crooked as shit, you know what I'm saying? So the person that cut me was in, you know, it was connected with the officer that was working. So the officer didn't press the pin. She was like, yo, what's going on? So she asked me. So after everybody broke it up, and then like, I'm like, she asked me, she was like, yo, what's up? You want to go to the infirmary? So that's basically meaning, do you want to press charges?
Talk about all that old shit, bitch. And you took that and did your best. You tried, I'll give it to you, you tried. You tried to talk about all that, but It wasn't genuine. It wasn't from right here. You ain't even got nothing right here. You know what I mean? You got shit right here. If a motherfucker open up the left side of your chest right now, it's gonna be a pile of shit right there, nigga. You shitty hard ass motherfucker. And if a motherfucker open this shit up right here, it's gonna be a pile of shit in this motherfucker too. Some soggy, soupy ass diarrhea ass shit all up in this motherfucker. That's what you operating off of. Yeah. Oh, spineless ass nigga. Got the nerve to put the pimp's name in your motherfucking mouth, boy. You better sit your ass down somewhere, man. Fuck you think you dealing with, man? Woo! I tell you. I know a lot of you motherfuckers don't know nothing about this, but Danky lowercase p and Johnny Cash, aka Johnny Law, I know you niggas don't know nothing about this. But when you faced with pressure and you stand up to that shit and take that shit on the chin like a man, boy, that shit beautiful. Cause see, no amount of...
You try to make, excuses for that person doing well. You know what I'm saying? But that's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? And I know this because, I've been getting money to relatively speaking for my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I was a little dude. I had a car. When I was 15, I had a Max, and I always had rope chains and all this. And, there was always people that hated that. You know what I mean? Always. And, to a degree, when you do a lot of things at an early age, you get very confident. You know what I'm saying? Not to say cocky, but it's just that you've done things that no one else can. And it's not that they can't, they just haven't tried. So you have an air of arrogance about you just because you've accomplished things consistently that people wish they could, but just don't have enough guts to try. So the arrogance comes from me saying you're a coward. You know what I'm saying? And people feel that. Don't tell me you want to do something, but you're scared to do it. It's like a dude saying, I wish I could punch this thing in his face, and he keeps saying it, but when he see him, he don't do nothing. If I say I'm going to do something to somebody, I think it has to be done, or else I won't be able to live with myself. That's the difference.
I asked him how important showing gratitude is towards balling out.
Well, yeah, you definitely got to do that. You have to appreciate everything you got. When you work for something and you get benefits and you reap the awards, you definitely can't just act like it was a fluke or it was luck and not acknowledge the fact that hard work got you where you got to go. Because the minute you do that, you stop working hard, then it gets taken from you. And then also you got to always pay homage to the people that got you where you had to go. And you should always pay homage to people you respect that have done the things you're trying to do.
Type prison officer thing.
Yeah.
What struck me when we went training was that some of the other prisons, staff were forced to go. So some of the smaller prisons, you get people who didn't want to be in there, fully kitted up, getting things thrown at them, not good. Anyway, so Danny G, Saturday night, just cracked a can, literally, took froth off a can of Stones. That's a Sheffield alcoholic bitter, partial to that being from Sheffield. Strange Ways comes up, so I knew what it was straight away. The previous night, Friday night, I'd been in the jail. Danny G, he was in the segregation unit at that time. Quite often these prisoners spend a lot of time in segregation units, solitary confinement, as it's known abroad, in the shoe, that sort of thing, or on special units, special intervention units, things like this. There's lots of them dotted about in the prison service. And the thing about these units, segregations, and of course prison health cares, is it's quite a high staffing to prisoner ratio. And it's a very, very strict regime. Not a lot of time out of cell. Certainly in our prison service, segregation prisoners don't socialise with each other, be out one at a time. They might get a couple on the yard, on separate yards, but they certainly won't be socialising with each other. So this Friday night, I don't know what he kicked off about. I do know that 11 staff got kitted up.
Weed man. And she been fucking on the weed man, especially when you're not taking care of yourself. And when you're not taking care of yourself, you make provisions for shit like this to transpire. But see, this all plays a part of being serious about your pimping. Because when you're serious about your pimping, you're serious about your pimping in totality. That means physically. That means that I want to represent the pimping in everything that I do. That's why I have to apologize to myself. I have to apologize to the game. I have to apologize to my women, because I wasn't representing the game in totality like I can. God has put so much in me. The game has put so much in me, and I have not released my whole measure to the game. I've done all right, but I got so much to give. I got so much more to give. God has instilled so much in me. The game has given me so much, and what I've given ain't even the definition of little. When you really live a lifestyle and you love that lifestyle, you want to represent it to the fullest. And I haven't been doing that. And I had to be real with myself. This is called being serious with your pimping. Because when you really serious about your pimping, you want to represent this game in every way. You want.
So I didn't want to put you in blast in front of everybody in there like you just did me. Because it would have been a really emotional position for me to take. That tit for tat. Let me do it to you because you did it to me. But I'm going to tell you like this. That disrespect you just showed me in there, that cannot happen again. It simply cannot happen again. You know, I don't want to have to, go into any other type of scenario to take care of this. So I'm coming to you as a man, a real man, to a woman. And I'm letting you know that that will not be tolerated. Simply. You don't have the right to interact with me that way. You don't even know me like that. So let's not let that happen again. And if she wants to get rowdy at that point, then it's going to turn into something else. Then it turns into me, but most times, man, whenever I've ever responded to a woman like that in my life, she's always responded positively because she understands that I'm a man, because I didn't go into that feminine emotional space. That's the first thing. She can tell that what she did is something that crossed the line because I pull her to the side. When I pull her to the side and talk to her like an understanding father reprimanding his daughter, she responds that way. She responds in the right, man, listen, man, I'm not going to no human resources, man. I ain't got time for that. That's going to take too long. I need this woman to know right here that I'm a reprimand situation.
Photos. What, can I not talk? Okay, so I posted a few suggestive what the fuck? Okay. Listen, I posted some damn pictures, all right? They were showing a little bit of skin, some ass. There might have been a nipple in there. No. Fortunately, I do have a large following on Instagram. I have a large following on social media, period, just from my YouTube twerk video days and my MySpace days and then my Vine days and then my Instagram days. Some of you guys have been here the whole journey. I appreciate you. I love you. You're fine. You're beautiful. You're awesome. Yes. So I decided to just post in my story, hey, I'm dropping OnlyFans. Everybody thought I was kidding. I don't know why. I don't know why y'all be thinking that I joke about shit like this. I be dead ass serious. Y'all laugh and kiki at every goddamn thing I say, but I am serious as a heart attack. I'm serious. So I posted up, I said I'm gonna have an OnlyFans. If you want the link, DM me. Shout out to all the men and women that immediately raced into my DMs for that link. So, ladies, first rule is you can choose to post your.
But the person, Brother Polite, who I was working with, didn't honor his end of the agreement. So I put this information out there so other people can, make their own decisions before making the investment or deciding to do business with Brother Polite. So I think that's all I have to say. If anyone is interested in making a video, a similar video, because you've had another run-in with Brother Polite that's very similar to this one, I would just suggest that you just stick to the facts. People can blow up information and people have slandered in different situations. All of that is unnecessary. Like, facts are facts. Like, if it shows that you've been cheated or somebody did you wrong or something, like, the information will show. So, if you want to make a similar video, like this, then you can title it the same thing and give it a different case number. That's it. Let me just plug Black Dollars Challenge one more time. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm on Instagram at Black Dollars Challenge.
No, I've actually always found something to be very true, which is most people don't get those experiences because they never ask. I've never found anybody that didn't want to help me if I asked them for help. I always call them up. I called up, this will date me, but I called up Bill Hewlett when I was 12 years old, and he lived in Palo Alto. His number was still in the phone book. And he answered the phone himself. He said, yes? He said, hi, I'm Steve Jobs. I'm 12 years old. I'm a student in high school, and I want to build a frequency counter. And I was wondering if you had any spare parts I could have. And he laughed, and he gave me the spare parts to build this frequency counter, and he gave me a job that summer in Hewlett-Packard, working on the assembly line, putting nuts and bolts together on frequency counters. He got me a job in the place that built them. And I was in heaven. And I've never found anyone who said no or hung up the phone when I called. I just asked. And when people ask me, I try to be as responsive, to pay that debt of gratitude back. Most people never pick up the phone and call. Most people never ask. And that's what separates sometimes the people that do things from the people that just dream about them. You gotta act. And you've got to be willing to fail. You've got to be willing to crash and burn, with people on the phone, with starting a company, with whatever. If you're afraid of...
Let me do this. Okay, bam. So now the number is right there. They got it set up now like Instagram where you can pin the shit. So now you know the number. Yeah, the bitch got him in pocket, man. Some of you niggas can't pimp because the bitch got you in pocket, man. You ain't got no power in the house. The bitch got you in pocket. Now hold on. Matter of fact, that make me want to call her. Give me a second. Because she did call my line. So let me see what the fuck she was talking about. Hold on. Hold on, man. I'm trying to call this bitch. Hold on.
Oh, you not him? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, bro. Oh my God, my favorite artist, Puff Daddy. Oh my God, it's Puff Daddy, boy. Puff Daddy, boy. What's up, Puff Daddy, baby? P Diddy, do the dance, man. Take that, take that. Damn.
I am Puff Daddy,
You Puff Daddy?
the real one.
The real Puff Daddy? Oh, okay. Hell yeah. Oh my God, it's Dejanay from the Proud Family. It's Dejanay. You Dejanay from the Proud Family.
No, I'm not.
You got a friend named Penny Proud.
No, I don't.
You Dejanay. You ain't Dejanay from Proud Family? No. Oh, that you Dejanay. You got a friend named Penny Proud. You know what Penny Proud is? You gotta look it up, Penny Proud, Dejanay. Look, I'm gonna show it to you right now. Yeah, the Proud, you Dejanay. Why you trying to play games? You know who you is. You Dejanay, Penny Proud Family.
I know what she looked like.
Proud Family right here. Dejanay, her homegirl right there. Dejanay, that's you. Oh my God, it's Dejanay. Oh my God. Can I get a picture? Oh my God, my favorite comedian, Ha Ha Davis. It's Ha Ha Davis. Oh my God. Oh my God, joke man. Yeah, that's me. Ha Ha Davis, man. Get a picture with Ha Ha, man. Yeah, man, Ha Ha Davis, baby. I'm with Ha Ha, man. Nice meeting you, bro. For real, Ha Ha Davis, man. Oh my God, it's my favorite female rapper, Nicki Minaj. How you doing, Nicki?
Get the
What's going on, Nicki?
Me.
How you doing, Nicki?
I do not know you.
You Nicki Minaj? Can I get your autograph, Nicki? I can't get an autograph.
Every day, I'm the cook too. Why I don't even like this shot no more. Like, damn, I don't even want to eat the chicken sandwich. Like, this ain't cool no more. Stop fucking coming to Popeyes, dude. I'm tired of all these customers keep coming in this fucking restaurant and I can't get a fucking break. Oh my God. Do you know how it feels to not be able to get a fucking break on a 6-hour shift? God damn, this shit is fucking tiring, man. And I'm a closer. I'm a closer too. I don't get to leave at 9 o'clock where I'm supposed to get off. I have to leave at fucking 11 because the line is all the way down the fucking street. It's always busy in this motherfucker. Like, turn the camera. It's a line right now. It's a line right now behind me. Like, damn. Go the fuck home. Go home. I can't believe this shit. Bruh, I can't even see my girl at night, bruh. When I get off, I can't even get know what's happening. I can't get know what's happening. Do you know how that feels? Just because of fucking Popeyes? Oh no!
Civil unrest explodes in several major American cities. There have been reports of fires, looting, and violence in the streets, all over a fast food promotion gone terribly wrong. As the first customers tasted the new secret recipe, reviews were stellar.
Yo, motherfucker, yo, nigga, this shit is bad as fuck. Yo, put this shit in your mouth, man. Eat that motherfucking can.
But early on in the day, there were signs of trouble. Impatient crowds, drive-through lines stretching for miles, scuffles between tired and hungry customers.
How you gonna say? It was now my opportunity for the teaching to kick in. Now, if I didn't have no teaching inside of me, I wouldn't have been able to pull from any teaching. The regular attributes of a man would have came forth. You know what I'm saying? He would have got angry. He want to do something. He want to go take his bride back or whatever. So that natural inclination of a man would have kicked in if there was no teaching that was beneath the man ultimately. So because my dad kept teaching me certain things, and I told you guys before, when I was growing up, my dad made manhood so big that when he would say to me, Andre, that stuff that you're doing is unmanly. That was the end of the world to me. Because there was nothing in my life that he made bigger than being a man. Right? So I'm thinking inside of me, if I act any way outside of this teaching in me, then indeed I'm going to be less of a man. Right? So I didn't. I eventually got her back. The bottom one, the other girl who really didn't want to be there anyway, left him and went with somebody else too. I'm saying I've seen a lot of dudes in this situation. And let's break it down. Let's talk about it. This is what separates the man from the male. When you're in this high crisis situation, this is one of the worst.
And I had some very good dozen players. There are some skills to playing a dozens. First of all, you have to have an expanding vocabulary. You have to have the ability to make words rhyme. You have to have quick thinking skills. You have to be comfortable with public speaking. And I knew that. So I used to tell Willie, my best student, Willie, if you were that good playing the dozens, making words rhyme, vocabulary, all alike, I want you to be the MC at all my programs. I want you in my drama department or my spelling bee team. In other words, I stroked him. I made him feel good where he was. And then he was willing to give me those skills in my classroom. But the real issue is, do we let these boys know we respect their culture? Because if you condemn it, they will fight you every step of the way. And you know what else they will do? They will also fight you in what we call the showdown. The showdown between black boys and female teachers. You see, black boys don't know when they're men. And black men have not made it clear to them when they become men. So they think taking a female teacher one-on-one is going to make them a man, especially around fourth grade. From fourth grade on, they want to find out who's in charge of the class. It's called a showdown. There are numerous options in the showdown between a black male and a white and a female teacher. Showdown number one. She says, sit down, very unassertively. Well, Willie may sit down, but it may be late on in the afternoon. Willie wins showdown number one. Showdown number two. She responds to Willie some of the time, but not all the time. She's inconsistent. Well, I believe Willie wins each one of those she does not respond to. Showdown number three.
Nigga know you. That nigga never cured you of diabetes, bruh. He never cured you. He never cured you. You never had diabetes. Stop lying. Stop lying. I done did events with niggas that I don't know. He came to an event to do an event with you. That's it. Because if Dr. Sabi would have knew who you were, and he would have knew that you was a scamming ass nigga, I guarantee you he wouldn't have did no event with your bitch ass. Nigga, the fuck is you talking about? Do y'all know the difference between meeting somebody and knowing somebody is? Do y'all niggas know the difference? Grow the fuck up. You don't know that man. Okay? Nigga don't know you. You might have met the nigga. Nigga don't know you. Nigga never cured you of shit. The fuck is wrong with you? That's just like when a nigga try to dick ride Floyd in the Gucci store. So next he gonna be saying he know Floyd, huh? Now you know Floyd. You don't know Floyd. You met Floyd. You don't know Floyd. Floyd don't know you. Because if Floyd would have knew who the fuck he was standing next to, he would have never got on camera with your scamming ass. Because little do Floyd know, to a certain demographic, that just shitted on his image. Okay? And so, y'all niggas whack as fuck, man.
I've seen shit like this, right? I've seen black people do shit like this. Yeah, I can't fuck with Daylight no more because his girlfriend not even black. Or his son's mother not even black. All that shit he be saying don't even matter because his son's mother not even black. I'd be like, what the fuck does that got to do?
And they give you more details about the unit, how to get into the unit, directions, the final address, all that stuff. If you've ever booked Airbnb before, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I get that message and then it occurs to me, I was like, Simone, you didn't even see if this place had any reviews. So I go to see if the listing has any reviews and it doesn't. And that is really the second red flag, but that's the first red flag for me. This was the point that I had a feeling in the pit of my stomach that something was wrong. And I ignored it. And I ignored it because I just felt like he has a zero tolerance cancellation policy and I'm not gonna be able to get my money back for it. And I can't afford to just cancel it and then book something else. Like that just wasn't something that I could afford. So I kept with it and it was concerning to me. And this was when the joke of sex trafficking started to come up. And at the time it was funny. I would joke and I would say like, oh, this guy's gonna sell me into sex trafficking, right? It was funny at that point. So that was when I was okay with joking about it. Now, another 24 hours passes. I'm due to leave in about 3 days.
Enough money set to the side, you know, he might have sacrificed certain shit that he liked. He might have wanted to buy himself something to wear, or he might have wanted to buy himself some more cologne, or, you know, he might have wanted to treat himself to whatever. But he sacrificed one way or another in order for me to have these nice ass shoes. You dig? And I show my appreciation for him going through that by fucking these shoes up as soon as I got them. The motherfuckers was within a week's time, they was to the curb. You did? So of course I didn't appreciate that shit. But when I got older, started having my own money, going through whatever I had to go through to have my own money, and then using that money to buy the shit that I wanted to buy, yeah, I appreciate the shit a whole lot more because I went through a process in order to get that shit. You did? And it's the same thing with so many different things in life. Like, just little shit like, see, when I was a kid, man, just talking about processes of things versus now, right? You know, when I was a kid, you know, Pops was a little better off financially. You know, Moms had it a little rougher, but neither one of my parents was rich. You know, I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. So a lot of things that I wanted to do and a lot of things that I
want you, babe. And I want you, babe.
What?
Yeah, well, I can't lie. And I want you, babe. So if we could, then we should come together, baby. Can we come together, baby?
I don't know you.
You don't know me like that. My name's Hilbert. What's your name?
Alexa.
Alexa, well, you fine as hell. I'm trying to get your phone number.
Wow, just like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I just made you smile. I had you laugh and you just smiled when I said my little lines. We should come together, baby.
You don't have a girl?
No, I ain't got no girlfriend. You got a man?
Something like that.
Something like that. Damn.
Yeah, it's complicated.
It's complicated. I'm shooting my shot now. We're gonna uncomplicate things. I'm shooting my shot.
From here?
I'm from the Woodland Hills area. I live in the valley. Yeah.
No.
Damn, how you gonna interrupt my game?
Get my number.
Excuse me, girl. I'm gonna let you feel that drip. Don't overthink or analyze. Can you feel that tip? So much when I'm inside, take that shit.
This guy.
Don't give me no lip. Just give me your number. What's your name? My name's Hubert.
My name is Elise.
Elise?
Yes.
Can I get your phone number, Elise, so we can hang out sometime? I'm new to the area. Damn, black and beautiful. You the one I'm choosing.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
How you doing?
With your long hair. Black, curly, like you Cuban. What you mix with, baby?
Creole.
Creole. What you in California? You want to be in Louisiana with all the other Creole
Nigga,
girls.
I'm from LA.
You from LA?
Yes.
What's your name?
Ashley, why?
Lunch with you. What's your name is? Wanda. Can you get your phone number, Wanda? Yeah, 415. Yeah, put it on phone for me. I'll go out to the boat or something, get some crab legs, something. Alright, bet. Thank you, Wanda. Nice meeting you. My name's Gerald. Yeah, Gerald. Alright. Damn, excuse me, miss, I don't know your name, but I seen you from across the room. And I got to admit, you got my attention.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, you got a man?
It's complicated.
It's complicated. Well, shit, you looking a lot like my next girlfriend then.
Okay, what's your name?
Real, my name Gerald. What's your name?
Nice to meet you, Gerald.
What's
Is
your
you
name?
serious?
Can I have your phone number earlier? Hell yeah, hold up, lock me.
Lock me in right now.
Lock you in right now? Alright, bet. Can I get a hug before you go? Shit, damn, hold up. Damn, you fine. Excuse me, baby, you fine as hell. Real. So you got a man? You ain't got no man? I was gonna say the hell with him anyway. Real. The seat's a seashell, and the whip is sea blue. So you should swim through.
Oh, you trying to take me to the water?
To the water? No, I ain't taking no water. I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs.
About, like, you know.
Oh, bitches ain't asking you to take them to Forever 21. You know where the fuck I want to go.
Exactly.
So stop playing with me.
So yeah.
I would ask them for something.
Yeah, just ask them for something
or tell him you need to
want
get your hair done or something. Or
Yeah,
just
something.
get your nails done and see if he'll be like, oh, well, what's your cash app?
Cause that's what I did before I went on my trip. I'd be like, oh well, I gotta get ready for the trip and just see if I gotta get my nails done, my hair done. I gotta go shopping, and usually they'll be like, okay, well, I'm gonna send you something so you can take care of all
Yeah.
that. So yeah, just ask for something. Something.
I feel like, yeah, just ask. At the end of the day, closed mouths don't get fed. You ain't gonna never know what a nigga gonna do unless you ask.
Period. I 100%.
Even Big Bang said that earlier.
He did.
So that's coming from a BDB, y'all.
Oh, he is a BDB.
He is.
We fuck with Big Bang.
He said that you gotta ask.
I mean, his name is Big Bang, for God's sakes. Shout out to Big Bang.
But yeah, he said you gotta ask. You ain't gonna know unless you ask.
I definitely
I feel like
agree
ain't
with
nothing
that.
wrong with ask.
Because, I mean, like I said, a nigga, we always say this, a nigga gonna do the bare minimum. Like, if he don't have to do shit to get you, I would do the bare minimum. Like, if I don't, no, for some dick. Like, if I don't gotta go above and beyond, why would I work hard when I don't have to? You know what I'm saying? So, people gonna let you get away with, you know, whatever you allow.
But then also too, y'all, I think that I have to put this out too as a disclaimer. Yeah, get you a BDB, but just you gotta understand that just because a nigga is a BDB don't mean.
Oh, your boy got the blower. You dig me? Freeze. Yeah. You know what I mean? Hey, look. I need you to like, comment, and subscribe. You feel me? Stop playing with yourself. I got this big blow. I'm just playing. You know the controller of my blower. You feel me? But I need you to hit that like button, man. We're gonna have some problems. Hit the subscribe button. You feel me? Stop playing with me. We're on the road to 30,000 subscribers, man. We at 22K. We on the road to 100 bands. 100 bands. 100 bands in for the life, man. The wristband, tonight. What's that? By the Migos. Yeah, 100 bands. Whatever. We on our way, man. But nah, look, I got another story time for y'all, man. You know, y'all been showing hella love on this YouTube channel, man. You know, I got the fresh white tee on. You know, it's white, ice white, like my teeth. You know what I mean? Then I got the white, you know, the navy blue and white A-hat. You know, crispy. Am I crispy? Am I crispy? Am I crispy? And now look, this story time, I'm gonna take y'all back. You feel me? I was up in high school at this story time. Though. A lot of my story times happened in high school because high school when it was popping and we went in quarantine. We was outside with it in high school. This took place at the Ballin Mall. You feel me? The Ballin Mall, and you know, also known as the Magic Johnson Theater. You know, they got the Magic Johnson. You know, that was for every bit of Magic Johnson Theater. But you got the Ballin Mall that's right by the theater. You feel me? And in that mall, you know, that mall is, you know, that's a classical mall for the city. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know about the Ballin Mall. They known for not having nothing in there. You feel me? You go in there, nothing. Ain't
key. But, you know, that goes into a whole different thing, and I've done a daily fire on that. So, you know, you guys go back and study all them daily fires that you haven't seen. Let's see this. I kick game to the homie all the time, and his response is always, I'm an ugly cat, and I'm sick, old, but when them white folks come in, blah, 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 how can I boost his confidence? Well, first of all, a person got to believe something. The scripture said, he that comes to me must first believe that I am. So there's a method of believing that a person has to have in order for something to begin to work for them. If they're all pessimistic all the time, then, you know, you got to believe something. If you're not willing to do your part and believe something, then you're going to be in a space that you don't grow, and your life will be miserable. Let me tell you, there's been billions of people that have died in this earth without achieving nothing or having nothing, right? They might not have had the opportunity to hear the information you hearing today, but you have the opportunity. It is your job to apply it. You blessed today. Billions of people have died, angry and mad, and then what? They just died angry and mad. You can't beat nobody. You can walk around angry and mad for 50, 60, 70 years. And then what? So what? Get this information and change your life. Let's see.
But I don't really know why the fuck she's not talking, right? Well, come to find out what she's doing is she's being in pocket. She's being a good hoe. Hoes don't talk to nobody but Tricks, they daddy, and maybe the clerk at the goddamn Burger King. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. And she went right in pocket. She said, I'm finna fuck with you. I'm not finna talk to nobody. I don't give a fuck if he's the preacher or who he is. I'm not talking to nobody. My green ass, I didn't even know that that's what was supposed to be happening. You know what I mean? But, you know, as I learned and I talked to her and we got to talking, and I remember one time I was riding down the street and I was so happy to have a hoe. You know what I mean? I remember I was riding down the street with my friends, and I had went and got some of my friends, my square friends, and I said, man, I got a hoe. I'm on Sunset Boulevard. I got a room. Take me back up there, blah, blah, blah. And they took me back, and as I was going down Sunset Boulevard, she just happened to be walking down the street. So now it's time for me to show off. So I'm riding in the car, and I say, hey, look, that's the bitch right there. That's my hoe. I'm hollering out the window, Kim. No. I start off, I say, hey, little mama. She just keep walking. So now I'm getting a little embarrassed with my friends because she's ignoring me, right? So I'm like, hey, baby girl, you sure looking good? She keep walking. So now I'm mad. So I'm like, Kim. She turned around. I said, bitch, I know you hear me calling you. She said, oh, daddy, I'm so sorry. She said, but you know what? I just got with you. She said, I haven't trained myself to learn your voice yet. She said, because I don't want to hear nobody else's voice but yours. So I'm just learning your voice. So I heard you call.
And a man. That's right. In every single thing, my underlying plot to you has always been to be a man at all costs. I don't care what I'm talking about. It could be women, it could be driving fast cars, it could be furniture. I'm still talking about being a man. If you understand that, then you'll understand why I don't get along with the virtual world that most of you guys deal with. In the beginning, every fucking socializing situation that becomes or gets to intimacy, there is the real you and the ideal you. Now, just as it's like that with you, it's like that with her. When you first meet somebody and you guys start talking, neither one of you are meeting the real person. You guys are meeting the fantasy person. Just like she's meeting the fantasy person. And just so you understand what I mean, I didn't study this stuff, and I'm telling you, this is real. I've learned that a clinician.
I was wrong, and I'm ready to admit that I was wrong because, say it, don't say it, but there are girls who are getting online sugar daddies, and that is my favorite type. Okay, an online sugar daddy is my favorite type. So, yeah, the girls are getting online site. This is going to be another one that my loyal subscribers are going to be like, sis. Now, sis, you told us, but I told y'all wrong, because the next site that I am going to list is Tinder Gold. Now, it's Tinder, but it's their membership, their gold membership, right? Y'all, girls are making money. They're making money. You know what, Tinder? I can't front on y'all. Girls are making money with virtual sugar daddies because Tinder for this month has free membership for Tinder Passport, where you can change your location to anywhere in the world for free. Okay, it's April. Do it. Do it, because y'all, I cannot even, and you know what? I'm admit defeat. Tinder Gold got some money on there. Yeah. And the great thing about Tinder Gold is the great thing about Tinder, this is the only thing that I would say would be the best thing about Tinder, is you don't have to have long bios, girls. You just have to have bomb pictures. They don't, on Tinder, and like I said before, Tinder, we know what's going on Tinder. You do not have to have long bios. You just have to be pretty. That's it. Just be pretty, sis. Go on there and be pretty. Be cute. Get your money and be cute.
Hey, yo, Flip.
Yo.
I'm going to put you on some fire, man. They got this new bed wash company. They got the lotion and the everything.
What's their name?
They got a recovery room.
What's the name?
Maestro's Classic.
G-Money's up front. I'll put you on.
No,
I've been put you on the Maestro's,
sure?
man. You forgot the way I brought you?
forgot where I brought you up there?
Oh man,
You forgot? You forgot about
Man.
Ghost?
All right. What's his name?
Ghost, you know again?
He cool, man. Yeah. Ghost is cool, man.
Yo, make sure you get your Maestro's classic beard care products
Yes.
today at Target, CVS, or
Mhm.
go on maestrosclassic.com and use the promo code QueensFlip to get 10% off.
10%. That's it. I thought it was free if you put your.
Are you crazy?
All right, I got it.
Make sure you go there today. Log on maestros.com. I'm from Queens. G Money.
Yo.
What's up, man?
What's good? What's good? We back. We back. We back. We back. We
Wait,
back.
hold
We
on.
back.
Wait, we gotta make sure. Jay, are we recording? We recording, right? Good. You see, right? All right.
Good.
G Money.
What up, though?
Oh man, we
What's
back.
up?
Back
We
like
back.
white Tic Tacs.
Back like 4 flats in the Cadillac.
Wow.
Or is Cadillac in 4 flats?
Well, I don't know. I don't know those old school terminologies. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good.
Looking good, man.
I'm trying to keep up with the time.
Yeah, well, I see you out here making decent moves.
You feel me?
Flavor vanilla.
What?
You out here moving, man.
What the hell is that?
You like them light and bright. That's all I can say. You like them light and bright.
Yo, wild boys.
Call the bitch that left you for dead, and you beg her to come back. You ain't no motherfucking pimp, nigga. See, I'm possessed by a spirit that won't allow me to sit up there and call a bitch that left me in jail or left me fucked up. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I'm possessed by the spirit of pimping. I can't do it. You will never find one motherfucking bitch that'll ever tell you that when Sin went to jail, you know what I mean? I left him, but when he got out, everything was cool. Not me. Not me. Yeah, I can tell you why these niggas is jealous of me. You know what I mean? Because you really want to be me. You wish you had that spirit, that air about you. You know what I mean? Some of you niggas got to get cars and chains and rings and houses and motherfucking green papers with dead hypocrites on it just to feel like I felt when I was born. You know what I mean? Just to feel like how I felt when I was born. You my kids, man. You niggas is my children, man. You know what I mean? You in Vegas faking like a motherfucker, man. You know what I mean? Lying to people. Ain't doing not an ounce of pimping. Ain't knock nothing. And what's so cold, what got me so fired up, because I got one of my kids, my older kids, in his 40s. You know what I mean? The toothless, truthless nigga in Vegas living in that bando.
Wind down Wednesday, because we was fucked up, bitch.
No, we was.
Like,
and that wasn't the plan.
That was not the plan at all.
It used to be the plan on Wind Down Wednesday neither.
So that's why we got the drinks back today.
Yeah. We trying to get back a little bit old.
Well, we don't want to get too drunk, because those episodes
No, we used to be
be
screaming at each other.
But we also weren't getting along, man.
No, certain episodes we weren't, but then also we would just get drunk and be screaming at each other. I was watching one the other day.
And you used to be like, I don't care.
I used to be like, no, but see, but let me finish though. That's Lex's favorite thing. But let me finish though.
See, the thing is, that's how I'll be like. One thing I'm gonna say these. That's my little thing. I'm gonna say these.
And I'll be like, at the end of the day,
Lord. So what's been up? What's been up this past week?
Yes, I missed y'all. I missed y'all.
Yes, give us an update, girl.
I was in Houston for a week. Definitely wasn't planning on staying there that long. I was supposed to be there for a few days. But I decided to stay a little bit longer. You know, I'll be trying to spend a little more time with my mom now. And I spent some time with my friends and stuff, and yeah, I had a little bit of a situation happen while I was out there. I think that Houston Bay a dub now.
Oh, so we're done with Houston Bay.
I think so, but we gonna see. You know what I mean? I'm always open to forgiveness if a nigga trying to give me some money or something.
That's the only way to apologize.
One example could be when you're looking at atoms, when a person gets upset, they tend to overheat. They overheat. It normally causes the molecular structure of the atoms in their body to go through changes. So one way that we can discuss is when you look at an atom, they normally have 2 electrons in its first valence, and then everything outside of its outermost valence per those two in the first valence, they can normally hold only 8 electrons max. And sometimes when they become isotopes of an element, or they wind up losing that electron, they become unstable, and sometimes they're looking for other atoms that they can stabilize themselves with by sharing an electron or covalently bonded. And an example, when a person gets upset and they overheat, they start getting frustrated, that anger normally causes the sodium atom to lose an electron in its outermost valence. The sodium atom starts getting unstable, and it starts looking for a chlorine atom, because it's one of the most compatible things that can connect with it to stabilize itself. And because the body is mostly water, you're going to be able to find some chlorine or chloride. So the Na sodium atom covalently bonds with the the Na sodium atom combines with the Cl chloride atom and becomes NaCl when you get angry. And so NaCl is table salt. When a person gets angry, what happens?
Occupy their minds, whether it's with music, games, subscriptions, or enhance their mind through law libraries and through education. So it's worked for both parties.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing for women that have kids. Just besides me, we're all women, and we mostly have children. We're mothers, grandmothers. It's a blessing. You have no idea. You can actually see your kids, and they can do Skype too. They don't have to come down to the jail. You can actually get the Skype here, and it's very ideal.
Globaltel Link has more than 25,000 inmate communication devices in use throughout the country. Pima County is the only one, though, in Arizona. The Maricopa County Sheriff's Office tells me it is considering expanding its inmate communication network through the use of tablets. And that's our program. For all of us at Arizona Public Media, I'm Lorraine Rivera. Thanks for joining us.
Blacks and blacks ain't making cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We don't have cocoa leaves growing in the backyard. White people make speed, but not as much anymore because the Mexicans is making that too.
Mm-hmm.
So they got that pretty much monopolized. You know, they run that shit. That's cool. Run it over here to me and let me do what I do as long as I can make my money off of it. It don't matter. And in prison it's the same way. It don't have to be you getting it from a race or something like that. You can get it. Mostly I was getting my shit from the officer.
Mm.
So I get my drugs from the officer. You know, you find a crooked cop in there, and you know, or free workers, what we call them, people that work in the prison but they're free.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, slide up under them and shoot them something. They'll bring you tobacco in, or weed in, cell phones in, or whatever.
And how prevalent would you say that's in the system? Because I know someone was asking me, and I told him, I said, dude, we're not. The guys doing time are not bringing in the cell phones. They're not keystering the cell phone.
No.
Those are being brought in by the guards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And what kind of money is being made off of that stuff you think in there?
A cell phone costs you like $800 for a cell phone.
So you got guards in there.
With their smartphones. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like, you know. And for what, when I was on the phone, when I was up in there, I was on the phone all the time. And I wanted to.
Tutorial just like I just did the simple wig install video for you guys that asked for it. But you know, you want to be able to do a nice simple beat and be able to just, you know, brighten up your face a little bit. Something small. It don't take a lot, y'all. It really don't take a lot. All it is another form of self-care. You want to care for yourself in the sense where you putting yourself in a new position to attract new things. So your upkeep, the way you look, the way you step out the house, going anywhere, it needs to be on point. You need to look as though you could meet the man of your dreams, you know? Whether that be a man or a sugar daddy. So you always want to be sure that your upkeep is on freaking 10, okay? And then our very last one. Hold on, you guys. I have so many. Y'all know I get to the end with the notes. Wait, why I won't show? There you go. I get to the end, honey. Okay. But let's see. Okay, last one. Smart sugar babies never.
Now, my social media, all you see is white women. This is a complete lie. And the same energy that you keep for exaggerating that there's white women on the page, why is that energy non-present for all the black women that I have on my page? The beautiful babies I make with these black women, the black women I identify as my wives, and the black women are just my supporters in general. Why don't you guys have this? Why don't you guys celebrate, since it's so very important to you to see me with black women? With all those black women I got on my page, I don't never hear celebrations from you guys. You guys will talk like everything you see, I'm with some white women, and that's a complete lie. I have no relationships with these white women. I never even suggest I got a relationship with these white women. And you make it sound like I'm always in some damn pictures with white women. If I got business, if I did an interview with a white woman, or if someone's doing like one of my financial advisors is actually Armenian. So I got mad love for Ania Sadat. I show my picture with her. I'm proud because she helps me cook up. She helps me make this bread. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So no, I don't know Brandy. I don't know Monica. You feel what I'm saying? I just don't know these people, and I don't need to go out my way to take pictures with them and make jokes.
You understand? These aren't coincidences. The Tommy Sotomayor showing maps of where you can sleep with 16-year-old girls. And do you know what? All these brothers have a tie back to the HOK community. For when that meeting was held about exposing Bambaataa, though the key members of the HOK voted against it, they didn't want to expose Bambaataa. You see, Farrakhan took pictures with Bambaataa and I did see that. And I was like, God damn, what is he doing? Why are you taking pictures with this dude and he's been outed as a pedophile? Then boom, that's when I saw Bambaataa with the Masonic black fez on. You understand? That Shriner fez on. That Moor fez on. Which they all wear in secret. So they're brothers of the secret societies. So they're going to have each other's back. He's going to take pictures with Bambaataa. So even if he come up verbally and say, oh, he's against pedophilia and so on and so on and so on, right? As long as he took that picture with him, it shows that he's in acceptance of him. A picture says 1,000 words. Screw your speech. You took the picture with him. You understand? Picture says 1,000 words. Sarnetta was flashing pornographic pictures in front of a 7-year-old girl sitting on her daddy's lap, and her daddy acting like a little bitch.
Of being put in their place. Women love the control of not being able to be in control. They love to see a man controlled, and they love to feel submissive, but they are not going to submit to you. You have to make a woman submit by being a man who demands submission, period. You don't have to fight a woman and force her to submit. You just have to be a man that's not going to accept anything except submission. And the realest thing you can do to a woman, let her know you're not going to accept something, is leave her alone. Put her on ice. Sean Parker, what up, bro? What up? Sean say never get involved in a situation in which there's no benefits for the long haul because of the time. Yeah, man, because of the time and energy that was invested. That's real, man. And the payoff has to come quick. We ain't gonna pay no games. UFO Kamikaze 1, what up, bro? Good to see you in here. So you can believe that a woman loves you all you want to. But that's why women's emotions change, and that's why their interaction with you change over anything, because any little thing you do will change the feeling she gets from being around you. So if you're alpha, the moment you start becoming beta and start taking her seriously and paying attention to her and treating her like she's a prize, she doesn't get the same energy from you as an alpha anymore, so she changes immediately. Women don't play, they don't wait to change. They change immediately when you change. So that's why I say, man, you can never change up and try to change who you are for a woman, because whatever interaction you get from that woman, if you
stay out my way and I'm gonna stay out yours. Hey man, I would have told him anything to get the hell out there, cell right, you know, at that moment. So I say, man, you got it. You know what I mean? So he handed me the wine. I said, no, I'm good. You know what I mean? And right to this day, me and that white dude there is just like this. We done met up on different compounds, and I done told everybody, man. I used to tell guys about this story all the time, because guys used to, being in there, that he's in the word, guys used to take him for granted. You know, the guys used to think that he was a little pushover, and I used to be like, no, not him. You know what I mean? Not that dude right there, man. Don't that dude right there, man. But that's what changed me, because I was like, man, it ain't no fun no more. Here it is. Because now I'm starting to look over my shoulders now. So I stopped carrying around the little knives. You know, I stopped hanging around certain homeboys that just didn't, you know, that weren't on that type of time no more, that weren't trying to change, man. And here it is, my date is still at 2052. But, like I said, I got tired of looking over my shoulder, man. Being in that cell right there was a wake-up call to me. That guy showed me one of the biggest knives I've seen in my life, man. You know, my
Fresh, no way he don't do none of that. You know, and he has more qualities. So, you know, meeting the people that I met in it, and I got to give all the players a shout out, especially my Chi-Town players. You know, all the P's in the Chi, and my closest ones. One thing they taught me from coming from Flint and being a hustler, we was always in competition. Even though the players, at the players' ball, all the players in the competition to win and be the best player. But one thing I learned being with the players and being with the Bishop is that we compliment each other. I never got as many compliments from men as I did when I met the players. Hey, player, man, nice suit, nice shoes, man, nice. Oh, man, you and your game looking good, man. Bam, 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 bam. They complimenting you the whole time, celebrating with you, not downing you, not hating on you, not, you know, it's just a different feeling about being around a group of people like that. You know, they're supportive and that's in the same sequence with you, but on a positive level, because they ain't jealous of you, they ain't mad at you or nothing. They may want what you got, but at the same time, but even not having it, they still know how to congratulate you. And that's church, for real.
You want to maybe take off your glasses?
All right, come on.
What do you look for in a woman when you're looking for somebody to work for you?
A flat stomach.
Ooh, he just mashing, he pimping, ooh, he just checking it. Man, that nigga got loans. I'm not saying everybody, because you really do got individuals that got bitches in different states in out of the country, and they checking it. They checking it. You got niggas still having $40,000 and $50,000 weeks. Then you got niggas presiding over thieves, you understand me, that's having $50,000 and $60,000 days or nights. That's still going on. So all of this, the game ain't what it used to be. No, the game ain't what it used to be for you. The game is beautiful, you know what I mean? And those that's having it their way, the feeling is mutual. So they understand. You know what I mean? But yeah, I seen that picture. I knew that was my nigga. I knew that was Texas. That was Texas P. I looked at that face. I was like, man, is that Texas P? Yeah, that's Texas P right there. But when you campaigning in that Greyhound, you don't need to be pimp, 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 pimp. What's your name? Pimpin'. What the temperature on? Bitch is pimping. What you got on right now? Bitch is pimping. What car did you get? Bitch is pimping. Where we about to go? Bitch, we about to go to pimping. What shoes is those cute? Bitch, I'm wearing some pimping. You know what I mean? Stop doing that, man. That's gonna have your ass in jail.
And we're cool in the game.
Cool in the
That's right.
Ooh,
63. Feel like a young cat.
Wow.
Look like a young
That's
cat.
good. Yeah,
Feel
that's
like
pretty
a young
good.
cat. Life is good.
Like doing crack, you know what I'm saying?
There you go.
So, how did you get into the correction field? Tell us how you came, because now, okay, first of all, you said that, you know, before you answer that, so about your mother real quick. Was she strict? Was she easygoing? Or she would just focus on getting the bag, as we would say today?
She did her thing, and, you know, I hate to say it, she told me when we had our moments of, you know, talking, she said, you know, you don't owe me anything. I did my thing, you know? And in a way, I felt like, yeah, you're right, because, she, you know, she didn't study with me with my home. I could stayed out all night. You hear what I'm saying? I could do what I want at 11 and 12. But I hung out with the good kids down the block. They wanted at 8, I wanted at 8. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't cross the street. I had to go across the street to get the ball for them. You know what I'm saying? They was under strict rules, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Not me. I could have did anything I wanted.
So you basically govern yourself, you say?
Yeah. We all govern the family and they govern themselves.
And did you hold that against Mama Love? Or
Oh, hell no. Mama Love was cool. I dug her after, you know, you grow up and you start hanging out with her and this and that. She told me all the stuff, you know. She told me all the stuff to do and everything else. You know, she worked at the bar. She said, always when you're at the bar, you always buy yourself a dark drink and leave it on the bar. For when the stick-up boys come, you drop your jewelry in.
Let's get into a little bit. You're from Philly, yes?
Born and raised, still
Born
here.
and raised. So how does a young kid from Philly become a doctor, a clinical psychologist, a child psychologist and all that? You know, that doesn't seem like the normal path for your average kid from Philly.
True.
What led you down that road?
Two institutions that played a very large role in my life are only about 5 blocks from each other. And one is the George G. Meade Elementary School, where I received my Black history instruction during the 4th and the 5th grade. And about 5 blocks away from that is the international headquarters, Division 121 of the Marcus Garvey movement, the UNIA ACL. So public speaking began for me at Meade Elementary, and it transcended a few blocks away once I joined the UNIA after I graduated from Millersville University when I came out of undergrad. But specifically speaking to becoming a psychologist, I've always wanted to be that. Since I was a 3rd grader, I wanted to help children.
Why?
Because I'm the oldest boy of my mother's children. And
Took the money out of the PayPal account that was under his name, and he left and said, "To hell with you." And me, following my vision, my mission, and my journey, I restarted the organization. I did it on my own, and I just grinded it out. And there's been ups and downs. I literally pawned jewelry to pay my staff before. Like, I was like struggling, broke, trying to figure it out, right? I was a celebrity realtor. I had all this knowledge I amassed from managing, owning, flipping, wholesaling, building, developing all this real estate. I had this knowledge, but again, I fell off. So I had to use my strategic knowledge in order to put myself back on and do it in a legal, legitimate way. So I took on partners and people that believed in me at the time, and sometimes those people got burnt out, we parted ways, or whatever that may be. There's been other accusations of other business investments and other business partners again. every investment, every partnership, I swear to you, has not worked out. I've had ex-employees. Some say, yo, Jay is great. You've mentored me. I've ex-coaching clients who've made millions under my coaching tutelage. I've had coaching clients who said, I ain't learned nothing and that was a waste of my time and money. I've had clients who said, hey, I didn't get the most out of this. I've had clients that are like, Jay, our whole business turned around because of you. But I've had dozens and dozens of coaching clients. I had over 250,000 students. Literally, over 250,000 students. There's gonna be some that are dissatisfied. It's a fact.